All right, now it's time to get into Monday Nitro for September 11th, 2000.
I thought you were going to say Monday Night Raw for some reason.
Why would I say that?
I don't know. Well,
it's not time for Raw. It's time for Nitro.
Well, this show felt
Monday
like
Nitro.
a Raw.
Yeah, it did feel like Raw.
This felt brutal.
We're in Charlotte. Woo!
Woo! Well, before we get into the Nitro, of course, let's take a look at what was going on in the news around this time. A lot of WCW shenanigans, of course, from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, September 11th, 2000. And WWF News, according to reports from the live shows in Greensboro and Fayetteville, the reason the Triple H Guerrero match in Greensboro and the Guerrero Angle match in Fayetteville had no heat is because women in the stands were showing their breasts to get attention and the fans didn't care about the matches.
Base Mid-Atlantic titties.
One woman in the stand was in the middle of doing her routine when Triple H came out, and he came out to no pop. When security tried to take one of the women away, a fight broke out, so nobody was watching the match.
That was Greensboro for sure. That was definitely a Greensboro one.
In Fayetteville, no women were showing their breasts all night until Lawler got on the house mic during the final commercial break.
Show your breasts.
I like how you had the same thought as me.
Yeah, dude, that's immediately what I went to. What the hell's going on out here?
Show me your puppies.
The Lawler got on the house mic during the
So
final
no
commercial break
titties.
and said that they've got a 2-minute break, so let's see 2 minutes worth of puppies. He distracted the crowd and resulted in nobody caring about Angle versus Guerrero.
Oh, my goodness, man.
That's fantastic.
Unfucking believable. Based Midwest titties. Oh, shit. There's a promotion in England claiming several WWF stars, including The Rock and Kane, for their show, including one on 9/6. An article even states there'll never be so many top-class WWF stars on the same bill. Apparently, the promotion in other cities has done the same thing and used fat, old British guys doing their gimmicks.
They used to do that all the time back in the day.
Yeah, fake Kane and UK Undertaker.
Kane and some fat guy in a mask, and then the Undertaker was always on the show.
Based UK Undertaker.
I think X-Pac was on there too or so.
It says at one show the
what was
fans
that
were
with British wrestling back then? Everyone being just fat, out of shape dudes.
and they were over too.
Fat, out of shape, like WWF superstars is what they were.
It was the common man, of course. He said at one show the fans were so upset they rioted and pelted the phony guys with chairs. Just throw chairs at UK Undertaker.
Bruv.
Crimpets. Oi.
Maybe we should do that in DPW.
Pelt
Throw
people with
chairs at
chairs?
people.
No, just book UK Undertaker.
Dude, all right, if there is a UK Undertaker out there.
There is.
What, right now working UK Undertaker?
I think so.
You can come on down.
you got to pay for that.
That's my
flight,
favorite. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, unless you bring your boys, then we can work out a deal. UK Midian.
Naked?
UK naked media.
UK Brian Adams.
No, he doesn't want to lose.
Doesn't want to lose the UK fucking
Kronik
brave.
out here.
Dude, there's the UK Undertaker. Tony just sent a
I
picture
found a
of him.
picture of the UK
Let me see.
Undertaker. I had to post it.
It's in the Discord.
Holy, what the fuck?
Dude, I'm pretty sure I booked this guy in like EWR before.
He was in the game?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think it was when I did an EWR thing with Manny. We booked UK. I think it was. I definitely know the UK Undertaker from something.
Dude, what? It makes this guy the Undertaker the hat.
the hat, the tie, and he does the tombstone. It's a Patreon gimmick seg name. Terry wearing an orange dress on SmackDown last week was, in fact, a very subtle rib at Taz, since orange is supposed to be his color. Taz spoke to Lisa Marie Varon, which in quotes here says Victoria the Hoe.
Oh, all right.
I think she was.
She was a hoe.
Yes, she was in the hoe
Well,
train.
she was like the
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
She was in the hoe train, of course.
Yeah, right.
Before she was Victoria. About her wearing. So Taz went up to her as she was in the hoe train about her wearing orange, and it led to people ribbing him about it. Taz is seemingly the brunt of everyone's jokes these days.
What year is this? 2000?
This
Oh yeah,
so
this run's already.
He's already
over.
done. Yeah, he's already done.
You're done already. Wow, that's crazy.
In WCW news, regarding Brad Siegel's statement about wrestlers being fined for being late, so far Nash has been fined twice. Mysterio Jr., Guerrero, and Conan have been fined twice, and Kidman was fined once. In one of those cases, I think it was on the Canadian tour when they got lost and came in 15 to 20 minutes late. Nash complained so much that he's been given a 1 hour grace period, saying that the guys, the way the time works, in some cases aren't getting adequate time to train, and he called Ace a stooge, claiming he was behind on fines, and Ace told him that the info was BS. After Nash was given the 1 hour grace period, Nash then arrived late on Tuesday.
Plus an hour,
Yeah.
even after the hour grace period.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Keep it up, Kevin Nash.
Wonder what those fines were for being late. That's awesome. Keep it up, bro. Kronik is telling people they are willing to do jobs to Mysterio and Guerrera and to work with them, but they still sell almost nothing for them on the road, which is true.
Dude, yeah, okay. Dude, we'll talk about when we get to the show.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
I
match.
feel
Wait
like
till the
that's
match, yeah.
not even just that match, but I feel like everyone in this era was like, yeah, well, I mean, the guys just were all just doing whatever they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, on commentary and in the ring, guys are just doing and saying whatever the fuck they want.
Like,
Does
I don't
not
even know if
matter.
anyone was there, like, to like run the
No.
show. Like, I
Didn't
feel
sound
like I feel like Russo like showed up to like write the show and be on the show, but it's not like he like headed the show or anything. Like, I don't
No,
think
he
he
wasn't like Eric Bischoff. Like Eric Bischoff ran the show. He didn't run. He's just a writer. Russo was.
yeah, he
So,
just
like,
wrote the show and like did the show.
Tank Abbott was asked by management to take singing lessons, but he didn't. Fingering. Excuse me. He started fingering the talent. Figuring his figuring
I hear
his
you.
singing was going to be was going to be terrible.
That's my favorite.
With or without lessons. It is believed he has a no-cut contract. That's the part I want to talk about. Tank Abbott had a no-cut contract. You can't fire Tank Abbott.
I
Holy
don't
shit.
know. Like, the negotiating on these deals was so bad. Like, whoever was
insane.
negotiating these deals is just.
I guess.
Don't let them
No, I
cook ever.
We'll give
again.
you everything you want and then some.
Now I think about it, I think that was in WWE too. There was like no cut contracts in WWE, like even current day stuff. Because I remember when they let a bunch of talent go, there was like people that had no cut contracts. It's like
That
a
is-
crazy thing to get in your contract. I can never be
Yeah.
fired. How
Yeah,
do you
shit.
get that in a contract?
I
That's
would
crazy.
act up. I would be fingering.
Yeah, I hear you. Let them know.
You're not listening.
By the way, also Tank Abbott was 3 count, right? They wanted him to go sing for a
Correct.
3
I
count,
think
and
that's
then he just
eventually
said-
where he goes. Yes.
He just said, I don't think so.
Yeah, the idea for him. They wanted him to take real singing lessons so he would be good at singing.
The gimmick is that they're not good.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
Don't worry about
all
that,
right.
of course. Vince Russo wanted to be dragged behind a truck in the desert by Goldberg, but the higher-ups nixed the angle because it was believed to be too close to a heated case in the news where a guy was dragged behind a truck. Vince Russo was very upset about this.
What, like, I don't want to like jump the gun here on the show, but dude, this has got to be. Look, we watch
Dude.
a lot of Nitro.
This
All right.
is maybe like, we watch a lot of stuff that we make fun of, and there's been a lot of fun on the show about Nitro. This is a rough show.
If you're a wrestling fan, this is like one of the worst episods of
Yeah,
wrestling
you tell 'em,
TV
Kitty.
that's ever existed.
Yeah, wrestling wise.
No
for
one,
sure.
so no one can hear the cat except for in the clean feed.
Is that right?
Yeah,
No.
because I have my shit cranked up to like
I'm sorry.
positive 9.
James's cat is screaming.
Let
I
him
want them to
know.
hear that. Speaking of Goldberg, there was an altercation before Nitro between Goldberg and Evan Courageous. Have you guys heard this story before?
I've never heard that one.
I feel like I have.
Have you watched the ICPU shoot, James?
No, I've only seen the parts of it.
Okay, they talk about that on this, so I'm gonna see how much of this they talk. I haven't read it fully. I just was like, okay, I see Goldberg and Evan Courageous are putting it on here. According to the report we received, Goldberg was talking with Nash when Courageous came up to shake his hand. Goldberg's hand was otherwise occupied. Okay, so what he means by that is Goldberg had his hand down the front of his pants, grabbing his balls. He was just
Fingering
hanging
his
out.
balls.
Right, fingering.
That's my favorite.
So he had his hand occupied, and Courageous said it was okay. Goldberg didn't need to shake his hand. Goldberg, who had just flown in from England and was short-tempered, got mad thinking Courageous was dissing him, and apparently told Courageous to leave. Courageous, thinking Goldberg was only kidding, since he was only kidding with Goldberg, and joking around, didn't leave. Goldberg then snatched Courageous, including supposedly ripping the necklace off of him and probably scaring him half to death. Later, Goldberg apologized, but Courageous wouldn't accept his apology. Some wrestlers told Courageous to keep it quiet to protect Goldberg. Although I'm sure everyone will deny any tie-in, another planned situation where Kronik was going to mop the floor with 3 count on Thunder was changed to 3 count, laying out Kronik. Of course, when Kronik got this script, as you can imagine, they complained about it being changed from what they were originally told.
Who the fuck cares? Who fucking cares what Kronik thinks about the script? You're going, Brian Adams, you ball licker.
Thank you, James.
You're fucking doing what we asked you to do.
I'm hearing you now.
Who the fuck is like, oh my God, Kronik didn't laugh. We don't care.
Talk to him. Talk to him, bro. I'm hearing you.
That's unbelievable, man. That's unbelievable. Like, that's so fucking ridiculous. That's unbelievable, man. The Holly Cousins didn't like what they were doing this week. We don't care. We don't care. You're doing what we asked you to do. We gave you no cut contracts, all right? We got you fucking. You're getting paid $750 a shot right now. That's past industry standard.
Yeah, but we don't want to get beat up by 3 count.
Holy man, Evan Courageous, man, fucking abs up to his chin. Dude, like the guy looks like a mega star. I can't lose to him. I can't lose to him. It's just no way.
So ICP tell that story on their U-shoot. Same thing, Goldberg grabbing his nuts, and Evan Courageous didn't want to shake his nut hands. The way to describe it is Goldberg grips Evan Courageous up and beels him over the barricade to the apron.
That's awesome. That's crazy.
Which is insane visual.
All right, man.
Because he didn't want to shake his ball head.
How did the show even happen? How did any Nitro pass September 11th
exist? How did it exist?
I'll tell you, James, this show actually almost didn't happen. There's some news coming up here.
Oh, my.
Yes. So this is about this episode that we're about to review. There was actually serious discussion the afternoon of the show to cancel the show due to lack of ticket sales and the small crowd.
I would have done it.
Meltzer says, I'm not sure why they would do this because even though it wasn't likely they had a gigantic throng, they've had numerous Thunder tapings as of late that have drawn smaller crowds with no thoughts of cancellation. When the discussions were going on, the idea was to replace the taping with another best of type show. While it would have saved some money, the fact that the crew is already there, production stuff is already going to be set up. Forgetting the irony of this being an overall entertaining show, which is not exactly a regular occurrence, an unannounced tape show at this point in time would have done a poor number. Unless it would have been 2 hours of nothing but build for Flair coming back, which I doubt was the idea. It would have been very negative for the fans. So they were going to cancel this show.
Wow. I know that we don't know what Turner expected from like the ratings for this show.
Sure.
Obviously, when a show at one point's at 10 or whatever they were at, they expect a pretty high number.
Yeah, 7s. Yeah.
But who fucking cares? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, really. Canceling the show because there wasn't a lot of people just sounds. Like when you're all right, if you're thinking about this, the Wednesday before, all right, they're there already. You're gonna say, let's just fucking not do the show.
Especially when, as far as we know, we don't know everything, but they were still infinite money glitched.
Yeah.
So who cares? Who cares about any of this?
They last another year here, right?
Yeah. They would have lasted even more. But obviously we know what happened in that regard, but.
Yes.
It's not like money was the number one breaker for them at the point.
They just didn't want to work.
I understand that they probably were told hey, we got to do some budget cuts because the ratings aren't as good as they were.
Yeah.
But just do the fucking show.
You're already all there. You paid
maybe do a good show.
Yeah, that's no. We won't do that. Kronik is not losing. We can't.
No, the house is down. We're not working tonight, brother.
I think I wrote it down 4 or 5 times this episode. I can't remember exactly what I said. It was something along the lines of, if this shit happened, if I was there, I'm shutting the show down and we're talking right now.
Well, you were thinking the same as them.
No, I'm shutting it down and we're talking, then we'll restart the show.
Fair enough. The last thing here, WWF held a press conference largely for what appears to be a publicity stunt, as well as footage for its own television, which was carried on C-SPAN, challenging George Bush and Al Gore to debate on SmackDown with Jesse Ventura as the moderator.
Oh, dude, 1 week without this guy, please.
What do you mean?
You got to get the fuck out of here, man.
Jesse Ventura agreed to moderate the proposed presidential debate on SmackDown if the candidates themselves agreed, and also requested the WWF invite third-party candidates to participate. So Jesse accepted this thing that's not happening and also wanted other things for
He
it.
invited dictator of the world, of course.
Of course. That sounds like a good idea, Vince. Why don't we invite Jesse Ventura to debate? No?
No, I don't think so. Not this week.
Well, there you go. That was what was going on around the time of this lovely episode that we're about to review, WCW Nitro, for September 11th, 2000.
All right, now it's time to get
yeah.
into the Nitro here for the evening.
I don't even know how to do this song.
Well, we have a couple of things for the song.
Okay.
We have David Flair, of course. He's here for his wedding tonight.
Of course. This was earlier today, of course, the limo
Of
arriving
course,
with
yes, of course.
David Flair in there, and Crowbar walks up, and he's wearing a cutoff shirt, tuxedo style.
Kevin's T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. He says, "I'm not here to fight you. I'm happy for you, and I hope you're happy." And they hug, and then Daphne walks up, blue hair, and says, "I also hope you're happy." And then there's a guy standing there, like shaved sides of his head, ponytail, looks like Reno, who wrestles on the show later. And she says, "Hey, this is Ozzy." And David Flair says, "All right."
All right. I hear you.
I don't think you ever see him the rest of the show.
Ozzy Osbourne? No way.
No, just Ozzy. That's very
Ozzy,
strange. I was
Our friend,
very,
of course.
very confused by Ozzy.
Well, it's the best day of David Flair's whole life because he is getting married to the hottest chick ever. Miss Hancock, of course.
Of course.
Which is going to be wonderful. She's also pregnant, of course, with David Flair's kid.
Or is he? She.
Or is Stacy.
Yes.
But of course, the real father, Jeff Jarrett. It's not Jeff Jarrett, but Jeff Jarrett is in a sleeveless mustard shirt backstage
with mustard glasses,
foot on chair watching monitor. I'm not
foot on
sure.
Kindergarten chair.
Tiny little monitor. Put on.
Yeah, small monitor, small chair.
I'm not sure what he's fucking watching anyways, because like this was earlier today in the limo.
Yeah, wait, that's right. Is the Jeff Jarrett part also earlier today, or is that now?
I don't know.
I think that's
he's
now.
watching the show that's going on right now. It
You
shows him
remember
on the
That's
chair.
showing him.
Because you remember we watched that Nitro where Flair appears and he's watching the monitor. It's him on the
It's
monitor.
him. Yeah.
So Jarrett's looking at him.
Yeah, Jarrett says outlandish vaudeville. Nothing but sheer outlandish vaudeville. Well, maybe the band needs to play tonight. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, guy like me, I would have said, I'm going to hit him with the guitar tonight, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna go interrupt the wedding. Go breeru.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, we
right.
talked to riddles.
How about tonight I hit David Flair with a guitar?
Yeah, I got the guitar ready for the night.
Sheer outlandish vaudeville.
Like, what are you talking about? He's in a sleeveless mustard shirt. Boy, if you look at your ass.
You fucking get out of here.
And now we got the.
All I know is
Yeah, it's Goldberg. That's pretty much Goldberg going ah. Also notable is Kiss Demon is in the intro,
Yes,
and then
he is. I was like, what the fuck?
and then at one point Nash's eyes light up like he's a cyborg or some bullshit.
Goosebumps eyes.
Yeah. And then Tank Abbott's in a shirt.
Ding, 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 ding. Dude, then someone should do that with the Nitro. I bet you it fucking lines up with the Goosebumps intro. Ding, 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 ding.
It probably does line up.
I bet. I probably don't have to edit anything. It probably just
that.
is.
Yeah.
But of course,
That
tonight
is outlandish vaudeville.
you're going to hell, bro. So of course we start off this Nitro.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, I guess they still got the pyro. You know,
A lot of money.
Don't like the set. I'll be honest with you.
No, I mean it's
it's
big
fine.
Tron.
You know, like in the games when you like create something, you copy it. I feel like they copied the Tron like 4 times because there's trusses behind trusses for some reason.
They just had extras.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
they decided that like the big screen was the future play here, so I
guess it
they
was.
got the big screen,
Yeah.
and then they forgot the rest of the set.
Well, this is also in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Independence Arena. Have you been here?
No, unless they changed the name of it.
No, maybe. I don't know.
But I do know that they had a record-setting crowd of maybe 600 people.
We are going to shut this down. Hulk Hogan's not here for sure, and we're going to shut this down.
No fucking way.
Oh, it's the Bojangles Coliseum.
Yes, I have been there.
What did you see there?
Football, I think.
Football.
It might have been basketball. I don't remember.
Basketball.
It's a long time ago.
All of the sports.
I love the sports.
I love sports.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Speaking of sports, of course, we have everyone's favorite sport, a WCW Tag Team Title match.
So I was very confused for the beginning of this because the Filthy Animals come out here. It's Rey Mysterio Jr. unmasked overalls, Tigress, Conan, Disco Inferno, and Hoovy. And only Rey is wearing a title. So I was like, oh, what is Rey, like a Cruiserweight champion? No one else had a title. I said, who the fuck are the tag champions? And then Kronik come out, skipping ahead just a little bit, Kronik come out, and they don't have the titles. I said, who the fuck are the tag champions? It's not until the end of the match that I know that the Filthy Animals are the tag champions.
I saw them with the titles.
Both of them?
No, just Rey.
Just Rey.
Yeah. But who's the other one?
That's enough.
Also, the ring announcer's mic is not working here for this introduction. It's just
they do that. That was like a WCW thing. That was a WCW thing.
Very strange.
They did that by choice, I think.
It really, I guess maybe you're right because it doesn't. You can't really hear it.
They do
and
that
the commentators
every time.
are just talking over it.
So the mic is only to the house. It's not to the audience watching on TV. I don't know why they decided.
It's not to the board.
No, it goes just the house. Only the house hears the mic. It's like that for everything in WCW for the ring
eventually
announcing.
The promos you can hear though, so it must be a.
It was only like a. It was only like a Bruce Buffer or Michael Buffer. Michael Buffer. It was only when he was doing it. I think.
Yeah.
Was when they would have it to the house too. I don't know.
Conan's got the mic here. We can hear this. He says, "Filthy Animals, we got it like that. Tigress, you like this hat? Go ahead, feel." And she feels the hat. He said, "That's enough."
He does say that's enough.
That's a hot line at the time, Tony.
He's cooking. This is probably Conan at his best on the mic, to be honest with you.
Of course. Now he didn't.
When he gets on commentary, he's the best on the mic.
He doesn't talk about tossing his salad or peeling his potatoes here, so I don't agree.
Well, that's true, and I can't argue with that. But
thank you, bro.
I will say that he is about 2 steps away from not working here because he is looking to go to
WWF real bad here,
shooting on everybody.
Yeah,
which I guess was the prerogative for most
Russo
of the show.
like that.
For everybody, that was the company.
Which, hindsight's 2020. Horrible fucking idea, man. This whole night is dog shit ideas. This is...
Now, hold on, James. You don't think it's a great idea to bury everyone?
Dude, they had... All right, we'll talk about when we get there.
Sure.
It's so fucking much on this show, man. And none of it's good, by the way, so fucking buckle in. There's no shining star.
No, there's not one.
Yeah, there's nothing.
No, there's one good.
Sure, there's one. You're right.
Yeah.
But that's on accident. Disco gets on he takes the mic from Conan and he says, "Yo, you're the one that does the tough talk, but I'm tough too. Kronik, when you jumped me on Thunder, you made the biggest mistake of your life because you made me mad. So I decided that Rey and Hoovy are going to fight you. And so bring your fat asses out here." As what? He does the fat asses thing now too? Okay.
Yeah, and out walks the fucking juiciest, tannest.
Kronik.
Dude, these guys are fucking 7
These guys
foot
are winners.
tall, juiced crazy.
These guys are here to win.
Unreal. So they walk out here halfway.
Backwards K.
At half, you're right. You know what? I didn't even realize that till right now. You're right. But anyways, Tony Schiavone, as they walk out, he says this during the entrance. He says, "There's your B-roll and there's your match." Dude, he does that later too. He does, and it's even worse later. Actually, this one was.
You're right. He's over it by then,
dude.
Yeah,
if I heard
Tony
this
definitely
shit,
in I don't give a fuck mode.
Yeah,
I'm
he
done
wants to
with
be
this company.
fired.
Yeah.
There's your B-roll and there's your match, bro. If I heard that shit, I'm going on vacation. Like, I'm out, man. I just leave the arena. Yeah, I hear
I'm
you.
sending Tony Schiavone on vacation to hell if I hear that.
There's your B-roll. There's your match. Oh,
He
hell
cannot
no,
wait to
man.
go call baseball right now. He wants to go do some baseball commentary right,
You're right.
this second.
Dude,
He's
it shows the commentary table. It's fucking Mark Madden, Tony Schiavone, and JB.
Bald
JB.
Jeremy Borash,
done. Uncle
and glasses.
Fester, fucking JB looking like Uncle Fester.
Yeah, holy shit.
Man, by the way, Mark Madden doesn't have notes. It's JB, Tony Schiavone. They have formats and notes, and Mark Madden's just sitting there with his stupid fucking sunglasses.
Hawaiian shirt looking like a smacked
Get
ass.
this fucking dude. How did any of this shit happen? This is like once in a lifetime.
There was a note in the Observer that I didn't mention because I didn't know if it would come up, but Mark Madden says a lot on the show. But Mark Madden got heat for how much he talked on the show,
No.
and his defense was Jeremy Borash was supposed to be, talking more, and he wasn't. So he had to fill in the dead air for him.
Dead air. You're dead air, brother. Now get the fuck out of this show. Unbelievable, man.
They show on Thunder Kronik jumping Disco Inferno with one baseball bat and taking turns using it on Disco Inferno.
All right.
I was watching Thunder recently. And Disco Inferno was in the Wolfpack. Just so everybody understands, Disco Inferno was in the Wolfpack.
He was.
And also, they let Disco Inferno go out there by himself in the Wolfpack and say, Wolfpack in the house.
And represent the Wolfpack. He came out with the song and all of that, right?
He did. And
Yeah.
I don't know if he was an
more than-
official member. I think he was like a wannabe. He was a wannabe, wasn't he?
What? I thought he was in.
I thought
don't-
he tried to be in it and they didn't want him.
I'll be
Oh,
very
maybe.
clear. I don't know. I just
And I
saw,
don't care.
believe
I saw him come out with the fucking tank top on, and he said, "Wolfpack in the house." Everybody said, "Boo!" I couldn't
Yes,
believe
I
it.
believe he wanted to be in it and they didn't want it. They're like, get the fuck out of
That
the
makes
Wolfpack.
sense.
But
That's-
maybe he wasn't in it.
No, you're probably right. So yeah, they show that recap, and they come back from the recap of Kronik beating up Disco on Thunder to Bryan Adams launching Ray from the floor to over the top rope. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, immediately.
Jesus. Yeah, and then he does the same to Hoovy, but Hoovy lands on his feet and drop kicks him in the head, which was cool. I like that.
I felt like they just kept doing it though. I felt like I saw it. Like I don't know if it was like the cuts in the camera or the way it kept doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, how many times are they gonna fucking throw these guys over the top rope?
That was his spot. I
Hey,
was
get
do
a
that.
fuck in the ring. Like let's get the match going in here.
Bryan Adams also catches Hoovy off a second rope something into a fireman's carry and then invents the F5.
Yeah, he
That shit
does.
was
Holy
dope.
shit.
it like turned into a DDT or something.
Yeah,
that
it
shit was
was cool,
awesome.
Mark Bennett on commentary says, Conan, do they have a Mexican strategy going? I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, well, we see a face full of stuff tonight, which was Ray's Bronco Buster. And Conan says, nah, because I heard they don't want to sell it. Did I say that? So, holy shit.
Oh, yeah, that was, Conan is going
Fuck.
crazy here.
Conan just says, they
there
don't
was-
want to sell the move.
They didn't do it either.
No, they didn't, because they didn't want to sell it, of
That's
course.
crazy, man.
Hey, do
Yeah.
you guys know how to spell jackass?
How's that?
JAQISS, just like disco.
Oh, thank you.
Just
Thank you,
like
Mark
that.
I know how
Bennett.
to
for
spell
showing it.
jackass. MARKNADDEN.
Ray and Hoovy do get a double suplex off on Bryan Adams, which was surprising because
Dude, holy shit! They didn't even build to this. They just suplexed
They
this
just do
guy.
it.
They just did it to us.
I'll give you one.
So that's what Taker said to Bryan Adams in a few years.
I'll give you one. And then you're fired.
You blew
There's a big crowd sign that says "Big Dick Dunkum" that's held up all night, and then another sign with "Big Titties" on it. So it's having a good time here in Charlotte. Bryan Adams gets bumped, and Conan says Godzilla just took a bump. He says Kronik would have good personalities if this was public access TV. Holy
Whoa,
shit!
Fuck, he does not care.
They're not listening, and they're not going to watch
No
their
way.
match back. So-
You're right.
And then Kronik decides they're going to start killing these guys by catching every move they do into a full Nelson slam directly onto their neck, which they
that's
do to
fucked
both of
up.
them. Yes, it was awesome. They're whooping their ass, and Conan says, hey, Disco, go hit him with a chair. He does not hit him with a chair because, of course, one of the Harris brothers come out with a camcorder and a shirt that says H-Bomb on it. Of course, last week they fought Kronik in a bar, APA style. And then the other Harris brother steals a camera from an old man at ringside and pushes him over, and then stabs Bryan Adams in the ass in it while the ref is distracted. And then Disco Inferno hits the stunner on Brian Clark on the floor after hitting him
That's
with a
the
chair.
last dance. I don't know.
Sorry, the last dance on Brian Clark on the floor with hitting him with a chair. I'm not sure where the ref is at this point. And why he hasn't caught any of this.
I actually don't know. Also, why do one of the Harris brothers come out with the camera and then they just use a different camera? I don't understand.
I'm not sure what the camera's about.
They had the camera, and then they got another camera, which wasn't a real camera.
Right.
And then they threw that camera. Mark Madden says the camera cost $20,000. Disco
I can vouch for that. That's true.
Disco Inferno then hits The Last Dance, which is the chart buster.
The chart, which is the
Stunner.
stunner.
Which might be we might be literally making history. Nobody knew this was called The Last Dance. I've never heard anyone.
I've never heard that ever. You're right.
I was about to write Chartbuster, but
I wrote
too.
Chartbuster, and then I had
Yeah.
to go back and write The Last Dance.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone knows this, but he called that move The Last Dance.
I'm not sure when that changed either. Yeah, but the Last Dance.
probably
No
when he
one-
joined the Wolfpack. He moved
Yeah, it was probably when he was in a Wolfpack in the house.
This is the Last Dance.
Oh, maybe Conan was distracting the ref. Maybe that's what's going on. And then they did 4 different run-ins here.
Wow, that sounds like every single match tonight. This will be fun.
Well, Ray hits a leg drop on the back of Brian Clark's head. Hoovy hits him with his finish, which is the 450. And then Brian Clark kicks out of it.
Immediately, right?
No pop.
No, yeah.
No pop at all.
No
They also
pop.
keep every time they talk about Hoovy, they talk about nonstop action. I said, "What is happening? Here?
Total
TNA
nonstop
is already
action,
being
yeah.
started here." Hoovy and then Ray then do the what's up leg drop style, which is called the Nutcracker. This is also a first time move that you've never heard of here. The Nutcracker. And then they both double pin Brian Clark, which is legal.
Totally
and win.
legal, yeah.
They win.
And they retain their one tag title, by the way.
Yeah, they also retain the title.
You think it's Scott Hall as the other title? or
Maybe.
something? It is
That actually sounds right. Like you could read that. in
Or
the
Shane
Observer
Douglas
Notes,
and Buff
probably.
Bagwell stole it or some
Yeah, somebody
shit.
just has the title of.
Yeah, probably. That sounds
No,
about right. But
they're
yeah.
such a team. They have one belt, as a unity.
Oh, sure. Like Lay Cool.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, Ray and Hoovy are just like Lay Cool.
Oh,
You are correct.
Tony, I love Layla.
I respect that. I do too.
They wouldn't take the face full of stuff or whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
they wouldn't sell it.
They took a pin though.
Dude,
by
well,
both of
they
them.
try to blame it on the interference, like the finish on the interference. The interference was like 3 minutes before the finish, and then
It
like
didn't do anything.
it didn't do anything.
He also kicked out after it.
Disco with the last dance though.
The Nutcracker is what put him away. You hit my balls and I'll go down to you, and you
And the
double
ref,
pin me.
ref was cool with it.
Yeah,
All right, man, I hear you. He was just bumped a minute ago.
yeah, whatever.
So Stacy has arrived in a limo in a white dress, and
Her
She looks-
mom too.
oh, is that her shoot mom?
Yeah,
I'm
Could
assuming
be
it was
work,
shoot
Mom.
parents at the wedding, right? I think so.
you're gonna
I don't
shoot
know.
their parents at the wedding.
No,
Tony?
yes.
Oh, okay.
I know what the last dance if you're good to anything.
Mark Madden yells "Snoochie Boochies" as Stacy comes out of the
I
limo,
hate this dude.
and then Jeremy Borash exclaims, "She's wearing white."
Holy.
What I surely am missing something.
Before Labor Day or something? Or
It's a wedding.
Wearing white,
Wait,
wearing
why-
white to a wedding,
It's a wedding.
to a wedding you wear white,
I thought so.
Nah, I don't know, Tony. I will say this much: Stacy Keibler looks fantastic.
She does look great. And so does her mother.
But we do get an entire recap of the War
Jesus.
Games Triple Cage.
And this takes fucking forever. It's like a 5. This got a forward 10 from me, brother.
No, this was the same
slowed
Nitro.
this
We already
down.
reviewed this, right? Same Nitro, right?
You did 20.25 speed of this one?
Yeah, dude. What was up with the song? It's like out of a Sean William Scott movie.
Dude, it was fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't
American
know
Pie's
what.
on.
It was. It was like American Idiot playing behind there for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But it was another Russo Swerve, of course. Go back and listen to that review we did. It was pretty good, or not. I don't know.
Vince Russo is he got destroyed in this match, right? Wasn't that
Got a
what happened?
concussion.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So, yeah, speaking of, we go to commentary, and of course, Tony Schiavone informs us that Vince Russo has gotten 3 concussions in the past 3 months. And Mark Madden says that Vince Russo has gotten brain surgery.
Major brain surgery, and he is barely alive.
He does say
He
that.
says he's barely alive and in stable condition.
And then they shit on the whole thing. They go, tonight we have a wedding and brain surgery.
Yeah, deadpan. Shivani looks at the screen. Tonight, a wedding and a brain surgery.
Dude, Tony Schiavone is so fucking done with
He's so
WWE.
over it.
Dude, and then
He's
it shows
so
the worst
tired.
graphic for Fall Brawl ever.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is they could have if you told me they took this from a 2000 WCW Fed on GeoCities, I would have believed you, because that's what it looks like.
This shit was unbelievable. And it was all night. It was all night. All these
It's all of
graphics.
them.
The Fall Brawl.
I think we probably talked about this on the last time
We did.
reviewed, but like it's worse, I feel like.
Let me explain this. It's like
Sure.
So if you went to Photoshop and put like a brown gradient background, you would Booker T PNG and Kevin Nash PNG and put them on Photoshop.
And don't
That's what
forget,
you
Tony,
get.
they went to defont.com and looked up Thanksgiving and they found some font to use.
And the
Dude.
Fall Brawl logo. Do you like the Fall Brawl logo? It's got like the guy. And
I
the-
don't
I
hate this
don't
Fall
like
Brawl
it.
logo.
I don't really
hate
like it.
I mean, I
It's
enjoyed the
fucking
fall. I like the
weird.
Fall Brawl old logo, like the yellow one. It was the yellow with the green. I always thought that was pretty cool.
This
But-
is a leaf skull?
Leaf skull, yeah, that's right. 2000 me, I was probably like, the leaf skull is sick.
because they're Fall Brawl's in New York. They have leaves. That's how it works.
Is that
Oh
right?
my god,
Yeah,
That's
big
true.
leaf state.
All the graphics throughout the night are, I feel like every one of them, maybe I'm wrong, but it's a guy that they took a studio shot with in his gear, and then another guy that they took a studio shot with just before just when he came into the building, because that's the only time you could get him.
in a turtleneck. I
Yeah,
thought there's one
Nash
a
is in just a
turtleneck.
black shirt, belt, and pants. Booker T's in his full gear. There's one later with Goldberg and Steiner where Goldberg's in his full gear. Steiner's in black turtleneck and sunglasses.
That's what I think of when I think of Scott Steiner is a black turtleneck.
Like all of them. Like I think there's one with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's in a black tank top. At least that's closer to his gear, but fucking hell.
Oh, we get these shots because, believe it or not, guys, this is the go-home show to Fall Brawl.
Oh,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
six
That they
days.
almost canceled this Nitro for the go-home show to Fall Brawl.
Probably would have been better. A best of would have told a better story than what they fucking had
Oh
here.
my!
There
You
was
would never
no
know that's a go-home
story.
show. Yeah, you'd
there's
never
not.
know. You would
There's
never
not.
know.
Dude,
Well,
Russo was legit setting up, and I mean, like legit setting up stories, not letting them go anywhere, and then swerving them before the show even ended.
It was all about expecting the unexpected in WCW.
That's exactly. That's like the best way to describe Russo's booking.
Yeah, you're right. It did
Setting up
become that.
angles to go nowhere just to swerve everybody. Vince Russo booking.
You were
Let's
actually
go.
disappointed if something didn't get fucked up. You're right, Tony.
You're right. That's awesome.
But they do say here, James, that they have exclusive footage of Vince Russo's brain surgery.
The only thing I could think of this is when Dave Meltzer said that Shibata's brain was taken out of his head.
Tony told me that he wants to trade brains with Shibata.
Dude, wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be
Wouldn't that
insane.
be crazy?
Tony, it would be. It
I mean,
would be
if you
crazy.
really think about it, that'd be crazy.
If I thought about it, it would be with Shibata's brain.
Yeah, that's true.
You would think about it with his brain. That's crazy.
I wonder
not
what
my own.
Shibata's brain thought about this fucking show.
Wouldn't you like to put his brain in and watch this Nitro? That'd be crazy.
Now that would be a series. You have
Dude,
Shibata
AI
sit
generated
down.
Shibata's brain.
Now it's time to watch this. with
Yeah, we have
Shibata's brain.
Shibata sit down and watch Nitro, and we'll have him
Tell us
chronicle
what he thinks.
what you think about Nitro every week.
That'd be great, actually. We should do that with somebody. It should be Shibata.
So of course, then the Cat's music hits, and the camera
Ernest the
guy.
Cat Miller, by the way, just let you
Yeah,
know. Not
of
the cat from
course.
WWF.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, not Kitty or anything. It's the cat.
No, she's fired.
Of course, Miss J. That's it, Jerry Lawler on the deep end.
Show titties!
So you fucking bitch, Vince. So Ernest the Cat Miller's music hits. Miss Jones is here with him, and then the camera guy falls over.
Camera guy falls over, points the fucking camera to the sky, and they don't cut from it. They just stay on it like it's
So-
meant to be that way.
So recap here. This is just the commentary break. Vince Russo has 3 concussions and has gotten major brain surgery.
And he's dying.
He's dying, but he's in stable condition. We have the worst graphic for Fall Brawl that's ever fucking existed. Ernest the Cat Miller's here. The camera guy falls over.
I'm the greatest.
We should have canceled this show.
No one in this company's even fucking paying attention anymore. They're just doing whatever, man.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
So we have the Cat Town Hall, and of course we go. There's nothing. Whenever I see Ernest the Cat Miller, there's nothing more that I like to see than legal fucking documents and kayfabe. So Ernest the Cat Miller's here, and now he is in control because Vince Russo's injunction was thrown out in court.
Of course.
Yeah, they just fired the cat, didn't they?
Russo tried to take away his power as commissioner, so his injunction that he has on him in court has been thrown out. So that means that the cat is back in charge, baby.
Because Vince Russo's brain surgery, he can't go to court. So
of course,
he is dying or not.
Even though with that, Tony, later on the show, they say Vince Russo booked this match specifically. So he just got word that Vince Russo booked this match from hell. I don't know where he did it from. Well, Cat says he's going to lay down the rules tonight. Nash, the title match that you and Booker have at the pay-per-view, I'm going to put it in a cage to keep Vince Russo out. You got to be fucking kidding me, dog.
Dude, they fucking say this. He says it like the least dramatic, like to pop the crowd at all. He just says it really fast in a cage, and then he moves on, and nobody pops, and nobody cares.
I'm going to be real with you, man. I don't know if the crowd popped once.
The crowd, for Flair, they popped.
I guess.
But it's in Charlotte.
Yeah.
They like Flair. I think they like Hacksaw maybe too.
Yeah, that's I love saying that shit.
Yeah.
Cat also says tonight I'm gonna go to the main event. We didn't have a main event yet. Nash, you're gonna have a title match tonight against your good buddy Big Papa Dump. I said what?
Fuck you.
So Nash is gonna defend the title against his teammate Scott Steiner tonight, even though he just made a match for Nash and Booker T at Fall Brawl.
In the cage.
In the cage. It is an important enough match.
Oh, hold on. The match was already happening. He put it in the cage.
Correct.
Okay.
But it might not happen now. They make this match Nash and Steiner for the belt tonight. But as they talk about the pay-per-view match, even Booker, they never imply that it's not going to be Nash at the pay-per-view. It's always Nash and Booker, and it's never even a glimpse of hope that Scott Steiner's winning the belt tonight. They don't even try to pretend.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, it's insane. Cat also says, for you all slap ass. He never explains who that is. You just have to know it's Jeff Jarrett.
Dude, I'm going to keep it real with you, man. This town hall is so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad, man.
Well, Cat says, for you all slap ass. Anyway. He's going to let you take on somebody. And Miss Jones steps up, James, and takes the mic. And she says, me, yeah. That's right.
Me, yeah.
Look, Jeff Jarrett.
No one even knows, one, who this is. Second, no one in the crowd even knows who this is. No one in the crowd.
It's someone they don't know talking about someone they don't know. What is going on here?
And slap ass, whoever slap ass is.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, tonight Miss Jones gonna put her foot all up in your ass. Yeah. She said, look, Jeff Jarrett. She does say his name. It says, tonight Miss Jones gonna put her foot all up in your ass. And Mark Madden on commentary screams, wait a minute, this tramp's gonna fight the chosen one? Yeah. Holy shit. And then Jeff Jarrett comes out. The chosen one, of course.
This is gonna be the worst show that I've ever watched. And
we watched some shitty ass shows, bro.
You are right.
This is not over yet, bro.
We haven't even got started.
This is like the first half an hour, I think, still.
Not even.
20 minutes in.
Jeff Jarrett comes out, James.
Jeff Jarrett might save it, right? He might save the show.
Well, Jeff Jarrett's in his very mustard-ass outfit, super wet.
The band's going to play tonight? Is that what's happening?
Yes. Sheer vaudeville, Tony, of course.
Vaudeville? Outlandish.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, Jarrett says, let me tell you something, Miss Slap Ass. This is also Slap Ass here. You're going to get, you want to challenge the chosen one, you're going to get him. And to show you how much of a gentleman I am, I'm going to handcuff my hands together so I can prove that men are superior to women. And Cat, when Big Papa Pump and he says this, when Big Papa and Big Sexy get here, we're going to show you who's running this joint tonight. And the Cat says, okay, I'll meet you in the office, Miss Jones. And then she leaves. And Cat says, you know, since you're in the ring, Jarrett, and your little miniature slapnuts, let's see you try to take over the show. So they start fighting. Steiner's music hits, and by the time even the second siren plays, Scott Steiner's in the ring.
Who is that?
They don't even know what commentary
shirt.
who it is.
Yeah.
Tony, they legit say, who is that?
They do.
I've never heard that siren before in my life.
He's fucking like the most wide human being that's ever existed. Who is that?
He's doing the Steiner recliner. Who's attacking the Cat right now?
To be fair, they were probably watching the feed of the show, and the camera work isn't the greatest.
He was like,
Showed earlier today.
who is that? The fucking sirens are going off. They got the Tron playing the fucking thing. Who is that, man?
Well, Steiner in glasses and turtleneck puts the Cat in the Steiner recliner, and then Steiner's music hits again. They turned it off just to turn it right back on. So Steiner and Jarrett have taken over the show for a second here.
I mean, this is classic Russo. Has no idea why the Jarrett and China thing worked in the first place.
No. I don't think. Did Jarrett really ever say men are superior than women? Did he come out and say that, or was it just like implied in Jeff Jarrett's thing?
Oh, WWF?
Yeah, I was
No,
just
no, they were pretty on the nose in
they,
WWF.
yeah, I feel like you belong in the kitchen. Yeah, all
Oh,
that shit
true.
in
You're
WWF.
right.
But he gets his comeuppance in WWF.
But yeah, WWF or WCW just doesn't do it as.
I'm not sure. Like maybe
Right.
if someone can tell me otherwise, but I feel like I don't know if Jarrett does get his comeuppance. Like maybe he gets hit with a guitar by Miss Jones eventually, but like he doesn't like no. But I don't know,
he
does
actually gets
Medusa beat
rewarded
him or
for it.
anything? Like, does he work?
He's rewarded
Medusa?
and he wins the world title.
He
and
wins
I
the
think,
title, leads the new NWO. Like I don't know.
So Booker and Steve are now here.
Steve,
Main Event Mafia. It's Main Event Mafia.
Steven Sting shirt. He's in a Sting t-shirt.
Who is that?
Bloody. Sweatpants, no paint, Sting face shirt. And Terry Taylor says, "Listen, you guys are late. You're fine."
They said we don't care.
We do not care. You pay us too much money anyway. And Terry Taylor says, "Listen, guys, the Cat is gonna his ass whooped." They do not seem too phased. And Sting says, "All right, well, we got it, bro. We'll handle that." And they just walk by him and don't do anything else. They do not go to save Cat. They don't go even to talk to Cat immediately because we go to other shit after that.
Well, now it's time for the big Vito town hall.
Oh, the old B-roll sandwich.
Oh my god!
I guess we're going to play some B-roll
They
here.
do some B-roll sandwich. They said
Dude.
Tony Schiavone does not give a fuck. Oh.
He was fucking told to call it like a shoot. He was told to like call it like it is.
B-roll sandwich is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is, Tony. It's awful. I'm being told we're going to show some B-roll here. And it sits there for a second. It shows the B-roll. Old B-roll sandwich.
Tony just James. All that B-roll sandwich. All that juicy
Nah, man.
B-roll sandwich.
I hear
At
this
WCW.
shit. I hear this shit. I'm cutting the funding. Show's getting cut. Cutting the funding, bro.
There's no three
way.
commentators.
now.
There's no need for this.
The old B-roll sandwich. No.
Well, the B-roll, of course, was last Monday, the Natural Born Thrillers hitting all of their finishers on Vito. Now we're back. Vito's in the ring. He says, "Maestro, the musica, please." Hey, how's it going? That's what, what the fuck?
Who is this?
He said, "This is for the guy named Reno. We got a stick. Yeah, I don't slap ass. We got a stick ball bet on a pole match, Big Vito style, neighborhood style,
Big Vito style and neighborhood style?
100%.
Dude, I've seen goddamn Reno and Big Vito's stick bat pole fucking
Dude, I
fiesta.
swear we just watched this.
How many
match
times I got this match?
with Sister Maria?
Fuck these guys.
When did we watch that? When the hell did we watch that?
It's
Was that
probably the
on
week before this.
I'm so
Oh,
sick
you're
of
right.
this.
On the cage match one? Yeah, it's probably the.
Yeah,
probably
Sister
did it on
Maria
the-
comes in.
Dude, it's been like 6 months since we watched that, and I still don't want to fucking see it. Big Vito fucking style.
Neighborhood style. That's how I get that B-roll sandwich. Neighborhood style.
B-roll, you tramp. What the hell is
Vito
going on?
says, first guy to get the stickball bat gets to use it. I'm going to crack your head open, so bring out Reno. So here comes Reno. Reno comes out looking like a fucking, I don't know, like a side-scroller boss.
Man's about to go painting, or you might go sumo wrestle. We haven't figured it out.
He looks like
yet.
if you couldn't, like, if you weren't allowed to use Steven Seagal in a video game, this is what you would make him look like.
This is my cousin's created character. He made it with a Mad Catz controller. And I beat this shit out of him.
Yeah, long rat tail. How do you describe his trunks here, James? He has like shorts.
He had 9, 12, 15-inch inseam shorts.
Yeah, right.
with sumo thong over
the
the
V
shorts.
blacked out. Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
He's also here with Chuck Palumbo.
What the fuck?
So, stickball bat on a pole. There's a pole top left of the ring. It's on the turnbuckle. Stickball bat hanging from the pole. So you get the stickball bat, you can use it. That's the rule.
What if you use it and you didn't bring it down?
Well,
that
Tony,
is not the fucking rule. It's never been the rule.
That is the rule. Well, you've never done this neighborhood style, asshole. So you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it turns out Big Vito was lied to. This is not neighborhood style because
nothing style.
Anyone can use anything they want at any time.
Dude. Okay, fuck this fucking match for real.
Fuck this show.
So,
are you kidding me?
Dude, immediately fucking Chuck Palumbo's arguing with the ref. The ref gets bumped after fucking Vito.
How is there a ref bump in an on a pole match?
In a no DQ on a pole match. Come on.
Vito bumps Reno. God, his fucked up names. And gets the stickball bat. He can now use the stickball bat. He jumps down. Reno catches him in an exploder suplex.
All right.
All the while, Mark Madden says he saw Vito using a controlled substance in the back, sniffing Parmesan cheese. Reno's hitting the fucking roll of the dice. Johnny the Bull Stamboli comes out with a kendo stick. Not a stickball bat. A kendo stick. And hits fucking Vito with it. He's on Vito's team. And then Reno pins Vito. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, I gotta know what's going on. Someone replay that. Get that old B-roll sandwich.
I missed that. Who was that? Who was that that ran in here?
Oh my god, that could have been anybody from the...
They couldn't even get the gimmick right.
That could have been anybody from the Natural Born Thrillers, to be fair.
Why? Listen, I understand this is all fucking bullshit. It does not fucking matter. It makes no fucking sense. But why did Johnny the Bull not have a stickball bat? Why? Why?
That's neighborhood style.
They only got one. They got one stickball bat in WCW. They can't afford it.
And no one used it. No one. No one used it because they do a beatdown after they use the kendo stick. The stickball bat is not used at all. Why? Why, God?
Look,
God.
This shit is fucking awful.
Yeah, Johnny the Bull turned on Vito here, by the way. He was going to hit Chuck Palumbo and Reno. He does not. He joins the Natural Born Thrillers. And they're like, oh, yeah, they train together. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Reno kisses Johnny the Bull on his cheek, and they all celebrate. Vito gets up with a kendo stick and beats the kendo stick. No stickball bet. Kendo stick.
No stickball.
Beats all three of the guys with it. And then the Natural Born Thrillers music hits, and a clown car of fucking trainees runs down to the ring, and
that was the Thrillers.
And all get hit with the kendo stick before finally jumping Vito and stopping him out. They need 9 guys in the ring to beat up big fucking Vito here. And then they do the Spirit Squad spot to him.
Dude, they invented Spear Squad spot where they toss him in the air, all of them. That was kind of cool.
Johnny the Ball beats him with a kendo stick as they all hold his limbs, and then they throw him into the air, and then the Natural Born Thrillers music plays. You know the song. Anyway, Scott Steiner.
Oh, I wanted to let you guys know that Reno and Vito is not over. They go to WCW Sin 2001 January.
Why would it be over?
They have a match in January.
What do they do at Fall Brawl?
I don't. Probably a stick ball.
Dude, no, they don't use the fucking stick bat.
Stick bat on a pole box.
It's kendo on a pole, probably. Or something.
What do they do here? Oh, there's an elimination match that has Big Vito teaming with. This can't be right. This can't be right here, bro. Elimination match. The filthy. This is at Fall Brawl 2000. The filthy animals of Disco with a Q, Rey Mysterio Jr., Juventud Conan, and Tigress, teaming with Big Vito and Paul Orndorff, beat the Natural Born Thrillers in 16 minutes. What is happening?
I know that was hot.
No.
I know that shit was right.
And Sting beats Great Muta and Vampiro. What the fuck is going on?
Neighborhood style. That's good.
They eventually Big Vito and Reno team up though, so in case you cared, they team up.
Oh, I didn't.
They are a great team.
Well, of course, Booker and Steve are here, and they approach the Cat and Miss Jones. And
where is this?
This is at the SmackDown Hotel.
Okay, because it looks like he's checking them in to the SmackDown Hotel. This is his office? What is this?
Well, here's what they're going to do. They're going to save the show.
Okay.
From what?
From Jarrett and Steiner beating up the Cat.
That is like one segment on a 2-hour show.
We need to take back our show tonight. Let's go.
The Cat booked this whole group in the main event. Why just don't book them? How about that?
Well, of course, Tori Wilson is walking to the ring for her match against Medusa.
Yes, and Borash says, where's the franchise? That's what everyone should be asking. When the franchise is not on TV, they should be asking, where's the franchise?
Well, we go backstage. Nash is hanging out with Jarrett and Steiner.
Yes, Steiner walks in. He's got his shirt and pants on. He says, we kicked his ass. Ha ha ha. And then Booker, Sting, and the Cat all walk in. Booker has a crowbar. And Nash says, whoa, I was just telling these guys how wrong they were. And the Cat says, I'm going to rip up all your contracts. And Nash says, well, I got a match tonight. So
does he have the authority?
He's the commissioner?
To rip up contracts?
To fire the top 3 guys. Yeah, I think so.
Holy shit. All right, well, we go backstage. Medusa is doing a promo, and she says, Tori Wilson can't even do a front roll without throwing up.
She just, she has the inability to retain information.
Holy shit. And Medusa is going to teach Tori about what it means to be a woman in the WCW. Yeah. And, I was like, I think I like this angle. Like, if Medusa's trying to make the division better, and
yes,
and then I realized it was just a fucking franchise angle, Tony. It was just a fucking franchise.
I was like, okay, she's gonna. I thought, Medusa's gonna do like an angle where she's like, wrestling is back in the women's division. I'm gonna make like real wrestling, her style, and does not happen.
She says they were hard on her looks, but she'll bring my talent to bring it to that new millennium style.
No, you do not want the WCW New Millennium style. That is not a good style.
Is this before or after they augmented her eyes?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works out.
I forget.
But yeah, we get Medusa versus Tori Wilson.
Because, of course, at Fall Brawl...
Yeah, let me get the B-roll sandwich. Come on.
Go on there. Kidman and Shane Douglas are in a Pittsburgh plunge scaffold match.
Of course, That's right. It shows B-roll of Medusa hitting a TNA kick on Tori, and then an Enziguri on the franchise.
You're right. It was a spin kick.
And of course, this match sucks.
No. No. How can it be?
So they do nothing, and then the franchise.
They do a suplex.
No.
Oh God.
And Medusa, of course, gets the upper hand on the franchise before. Listen to this. The franchise hits the franchiser on the rev.
What? Yeah, he's swats away her drop kick, turns around, hits the franchiser on the ref, and then attacks Medusa again. What the
franchiser
fuck?
is a shitty move, by the way. It's like
The
a
franchiser is a
jawbreaker.
horrible move.
It's just a jawbreaker, right?
That is a 2K22 beast reversal.
You're right. That is what it is. Yeah,
Wow.
That happens so much on that fucking
it's
game.
everyone's reversal.
Then he hits a belly to belly on Medusa, and I mean, you can see the look on his face when he like latches onto her. That he's gonna throw this fucking chick all the way across the ring.
Yeah,
and he does, and then he locks in the fucking stiffest STF he can.
what the
on her.
It's fucked up.
and then Tori has a microphone. He's just sticking up to their face, and Shane Dallas is yelling, "Wrestle me, bitch! Reverse it! Come on! Don't make me hurt you like Billy Kidman!"
That shit is fucking nuts. I was so
Wrestle me,
confused.
bitch. Yeah,
what
what
the
the fuck?
fuck does he even care?
I don't know.
Locks the STF in on after franchising the ref. You want to be a tough bitch? Wrestle me, bitch.
Wrestle me, bitch.
See, they got layers here, guys. You're missing out. You remember Medusa with
Okay.
the promo, how she's going to bring wrestling back in the new millennium style?
You want to wrestle?
She's gonna
Yeah,
bring a
see,
new franchise. A franchise.
What are you, an
saying,
idiot? Just wanting to
"Fuck
wrestle?
you, bitch." Of course, Billy Kidman makes the save, dude.
Yeah, it was the first time we've seen him since New Blood Rising.
This is literally every fucking segment on the show. Ref gets fucking kicked. Fucking somebody says something, and then here's another guy to make the save or attack the other guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Medusa then says, "You floozy little bitch."
Dude, this is
Yeah, it's-
crazy.
Medusa gets up, by the way, no selling the franchisor. The
You're right. The
belly
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 to
to belly
belly
and the
STF.
STF. Yeah, it
It
didn't
just
matter.
gets right
Fuck you,
up. I'm good,
franchise.
yeah.
That's why Flair doesn't want to work with you. Medusa says, "Listen, you little punk ass little bitch. Get your floozy ass back here with the franchise. You want to play with the men? How about a scaffold match against you two and me and Kidman?" And Shane Douglas says, "You want to step with the franchise?" And Tori, 20 feet in the air and a Pittsburgh plunge scaffold match. Bitch.
He made that up. It was
Will
just,
not stop saying
it was,
bitch.
He made that up. It was just a scaffold match on the graphic.
You're right. Well, Shane says, "Well, me and Tori Wilson accept. You bitch. You are dead meat."
You bitch are dead meat. He ran back in the ring, hit the franchise on the ref.
Franchise Tori.
You bitch.
Holy shit. You bitch are dead meat. And then Kidman's music plays, and Medusa doesn't understand that means don't talk anymore. Because she starts cutting a promo again. She says, "Piss off, woman. You think this man wants a woman like you when he can have some..." And then it cuts off because it goes to a backstage segment with David Flair and
You can hear the
Crowbar.
backstage segment because they're getting ready for the wedding or
Yeah.
whatever, and then they still hear Medusa talking in the back, like trying to cut this promo.
You can hear franchising a van.
There's B-roll playing, bitch.
And Tony Schiavone, B-roll sandwich for
God,
the wedding.
the fucking bitch. B-roll
We got a
sandwich.
B-roll sandwich for the wedding and a brain surgery later today.
Yeah, let's go.
Brain surgery.
Nothing like it. Wow. Someone send that to fucking James and Chelsea on the Dead Meat podcast so they can put that in the intro. The
B-roll
dead
sandwich?
meat- No, the dead meat part.
Oh, yeah,
you
you dead meat.
Dead meat.
Bitch, our dead meat is crazy.
So Crowbar's helping David get ready for the wedding backstage.
Suit jacket on and on.
Jimmy Hart hands Miss Hancock an envelope.
Yeah, wait, okay. Stacy and her mom are getting ready. There's a knock at the door. Hey, Stacy, it's Jimmy Hart. I'm not opening this fucking door. You cannot come in here.
Get the hell out of here.
Get the fuck out of my fucking room.
Come on, Daddy,
you are a
it's time
bad
for wedding,
omen.
Daddy. Let me
He's
in.
also in a suit. I don't think he's a part of the wedding. Is he out there for the
No,
wedding?
he's just a producer of the show.
Oh, he's just in a suit? Okay, that's good. He's like, "Here's a letter for you. Congrats and good luck." Why do you have this? Because of what we learned what this is? Why did Jimmy Hart have this?
You're making a lot of good points, and none of them are touched on. So,
All right, great. Just making sure.
of course, here comes. Oh my God, is that 70s
limo.
bus?
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a limo at first, and they're like, "Oh, that must be Ric Flair." And then a big fucking Lego block bus shows
There
up.
it is.
And it's that 70s bus, and Mike Awesome walks out of it and says, "Come on, let's get happy."
What the fuck is going
Why?
on?
Why, bro?
Oh man.
And it's even crazier. The whole reason why Mike Awesome is in this show is because they wanted to use his stupid fucking bus.
The bus. Yeah.
That's it. That is it.
You're
His
right.
whole
Totally. I didn't even
purpose
think
is
about
his
that.
Bus. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Wow.
So we go backstage, and it's Scott Steiner and Nash, and Scott, of course, is yelling at the top of his fucking lungs.
throwing chairs around, kicking shit around, and he's yelling.
Yeah, so Steiner fucking slams his fist into something. I don't even know what it was. Damn it! I came here to fight Goober, not a dumbass fighting me, fight you. Why are you so calm, man? You and your Jimmy Buffett wearing sandals and all. Why are you so calm? I can't calm down. I'm 3 in.
I'm 3 in?
I'm not ready to calm down yet. I came here to fight Goober, not a dumbass fighting me, fighting you.
Dude, dumbass. Now a dumbass fighting me, fighting you is unbelievable.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett wearing sandals.
Jimmy
and all.
Buffett wearing sandals? Why are you so calm?
Damn it.
Nash just calm down, bro. I can't calm down. I'm 3 in. I can't calm down yet. What does that mean? I'm 3 in.
I can't fucking fight Goober, not dumbass fighting me, fighting you, bitch.
You're a deadbeat.
Dude,
Nash
this
says, listen, man. Now, listen. Remember the thing I did with Hogan? I push you, you lay down. We're out there. 1, 2, 3, bro. Scott says, I lay down. And Scott puts his foot on the chair the same way he does when he puts his foot on the bottom rope.
Bro.
And he like leans on it too.
Bro, you are not the thinker. Come on, man.
Little bro thinks he's a thinker.
That is crazy.
Scott says, I lay down. He says, 1, 2, 3 me or 1, 2, 3. And Nash looks directly at the camera and says, oh, this is going to be a chore or what? And he looks back at Scott.
What the hell are you looking at, buddy?
What are you looking at, bro? Yeah. Nash says, sit down, bro. They turn off the monitor. He says, listen, we go in the ring. Bell rings. I touch you. You lay down. I top you. 1, 2, 3. We go back. Scott Steiner's sitting there rubbing his chin. He says, right. And Nash says, look, you lay down 1, 2, 3. And Scott looks at him and says, I lay down? And Nash rolls his eyes. I'm fighting Goober.
Fight Goober, not a dumbass fighting me, fight you.
Fight me, fight you.
I came here to fight Goober, not a dumbass. So it says Goldberg, by the way. He's trying to say Goldberg. I came here to fight Goldberg. Now, I don't even know if he was trying to say dumbass or what he was trying to say, but I came here to fight Goober, not a dumbass fighting me, fighting you.
Why are you so calm, Jimmy Buffett wearing sandals?
This is why I can't say that the math promo is the best Steiner promo ever. There are so many hidden gems.
It's the most popular for sure, but
Yeah.
there's a promo that Steiner cuts on this episode that I was fucking howling laughing at. It was unreal. We've talked about it before, but it is fucking unbelievable. I'm already hiccuping laughing about it inside my brain.
So what's not funny is we have to watch Jeff Jarrett versus Miss Jones.
Holy shit. So Jeff Jarrett comes out. It does the pyro. It gets all pyro. This is a serious match here. Jeff takes the mic and says, I got one little question for all my little slap asses out here tonight. That really, the slap ass thing is happening here. Oh, just love that. No slap nuts? What happened to slap nuts? Can't say nuts anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he just want to try something new.
Maybe, I guess so. Well,
Your Jimmy Buffett wearing sandals and all.
He said, what in the hell are these broads thinking? Thinking they compete with men in this ring, especially Miss Jones.
What's the deal with women?
Yeah.
Ain't that right, fellas?
He says, the chosen one definitely isn't a chauvinistic pig. I just enjoy embarrassing the opposite sex. Miss Jones, girlfriend, bring your bad self down here because tonight I'm going to break more than just your nails. And, okay.
Women
Giovanni
be
says,
shopping.
Women. Yeah, that's what this. And like we just talked about this on the last one. We're talking about Jarrett does all these fucking hit May and Moolah and everybody with guitar, figure four. China beats him in the end. That's it. Gets the big win.
What's crazy? It's low hanging fruit to talk about how bad Russo was most of the time.
Sure,
but if he liked wrestling at all, there's default stories that you can go to. As long as the talent's good, it doesn't really matter how many times you see the story play out or
right.
Even if it was basic stuff, but he didn't look at it like that. So every segment, I don't even know if he realized it, but every segment was the exact same segment. And
You're
like
right.
it's actually crazy. And like redoing the angle that he just did when he left the WWF the first time
with Jarrett.
Yeah, but like him not realizing that it worked because it was China that he was doing it with. Like, that's I don't know. There's like I said, it's low hanging fruit to even bring it up, but you kind of have to.
Dude, this episode is a prime example of fucking just Russo dog shit. I mean, how do you talk about it without, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just like I can't believe that nobody there even cared enough to like, hey man, we could just have some matches on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they were at the point where everyone's just making so much money and it just doesn't matter after that. They thought it was going to last forever and it didn't matter.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's not like the talent wasn't there. I don't want to say that it was like they had a superstar roster compared to like 97 or 8, but they had guys that could do shit. I mean, there's no reason, Booker most of his career in WCW was the TV match guy.
Just having sweet TV matches.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Interesting way to do wrestling, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And it obviously did not turn out super well.
No, of course not.
Well, history has not been kind.
No, of course not. Miss Jones comes out with the cat here. Cat says, "Ref, give me the handcuffs and give me the keys." So Cat puts the cuffs on Jarrett, and then he hits him in the head with a microphone. And Miss Jones tells him to stop. He says, "Nuh-uh, Cat. Let me take care of him." And Cat, I have spoken. And the crowd popped for that, actually. Cat, I have spoken. Get the fuck out of here. So then she turns around and starts beating the shit out of Jarrett, slapping him around, kicking him in the corner. The bell rings. She snapmares Jarrett. They're on the outside. She's throwing him into guardrails and shit. And then they get back in the ring. The referee stops her from continuing to attack Jarrett for some reason. I don't know if I missed something there. I probably didn't. It probably just doesn't make fucking sense is what it really is. Well, she goes to low blow Jeff Jarrett by kicking him in the nuts. She misses so badly that, hey, look at that, kicks the referee in the nuts. The ref gets bumped.
No, not the ref bump again.
The ref is bumped again on this episode.
Holy shit, man.
So Miss Jones goes over, grabs the guitar. She goes to hit Jarrett with the guitar. Jarrett kicks her in the gut, picks up the guitar, and breaks it over her fucking head. And wins.
Dude, all right, look. I don't care how many fucking times I see this guy hit solo guitar. It's awesome.
Always awesome.
Every fucking time, man.
It breaks into a million pieces every time. It's like
it looks awesome. It's like a guaranteed, like, good segment. Like, if you get the guitar break.
Like, it's also, like, it's not the same as when other people do it. Like, New Jack and ECW would hit dudes with guitars, but it's not the same as a Jarrett one. I don't know if it's, like, the swing through is different or something, or
Jarrett
what it
was
is.
Swinging for the fences.
The ECW ones also had 10 pounds of powder as well.
He was swinging for the fences.
I think the ECW one was actually a real guitar, really.
New Jack was really hurting people.
Yeah, I think so, actually.
You're right.
Also, the whole point of the handcuff match is so Jarrett couldn't use the guitar, so then he just uses the guitar.
All right, Tony, they say that at the beginning. He's like, oh my God, he's handcuffed. You can't do the stroke or use the guitar. Why not?
He was handcuffed like in the front, right? Not in the back.
Yeah, in the front. Yeah.
So that would be even crazier if he did do it from behind. Picks up from behind and swings it ass style.
He probably could have made it work. That would have been awesome, actually.
He should have just spun around in a circle, cracked her in the head with it. Yeah, been awesome.
Dude, that would have changed my mind on this Nitro if that happened.
This is the go-home show for Fall Brawl, by the way.
What is Jeff Jarrett's pay-per-view match?
Guitar on a Brooklyn basement. No, I don't know.
The cat, probably, right? It's got to be the cat.
He faces Mike Awesome in a bunkhouse brawl.
Oh.
Let's put him against Miss Jones to build to that match in the bunkhouse brawl.
Of course, Tony, because Jarrett brings the chair in the ring, and Mike Awesome is out here in his fucking suit to make a save.
Fuck you, Mike Awesome.
He does big shoulder tackles. This is 7'4" fucked up Mike Awesome in blue suit.
Dude, why could he just be awesome on his ass trunks? Why is he gotta have that outfit?
I don't know.
Come on, dude.
Because Russo doesn't like Hogan, and he's related to Horace Hogan.
That is so crazy, dude.
He buried him because of it. Yeah.
That's got to be what it is. It's insane.
History is not been
Mike Awesome. Mike Awesome was incredible.
Well, Mike Awesome's bumping Jarrett around here.
Russo disagrees, Tony.
That's true. Borash says, why aren't Nash and Steiner coming out? And Mark Madden explains that they turned off the monitor in the back when they were talking about their match. He goes through this whole explanation, and Shivani says, Oh, yeah, why aren't they coming out? Mark Madden says, aren't you listening to me?
You're right. They did turn off everything had to make sense. They were making sense here in WCW.
Fuck you, Tony.
They turned off the monitor. That's
Tony, they weren't making sense or sense. All right.
No, they
bro.
were making sense. They were making dollars. That's what they were doing in WCW.
Way, bro.
So Jarrett literally sprints away from
he
this.
just runs away handcuffed.
But it shows him sprinting towards the gorilla position.
How does he get out of the cuffs?
I don't know. You know what? You're right. He goes. So we go backstage. Nash is drawing the game plan, of course, on the board for Steiner.
Yeah, there's a whiteboard there, and Nash is drawing a stick figure on the board, of course.
This reminds me of Paparazzi Productions, kind of.
This is awesome.
You're right, Tony. That is very similar to that. Nash draws the belt on himself, and then Steiner says, "Hey, you got 3 legs."
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was wondering, is Kevin Nash drawing me? That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it looks like it, bro.
Yeah, that B-roll sandwich.
Cock meat sandwich.
Well, he starts to draw Steiner, and he's really short, and Steiner says, "Hey, why am I so short?" He says, "Sorry about that."
Yeah, okay, here you are. Here's your delt. Here's your hand. And Scott says, "Oh, yeah, that's good."
You could put Alex Shelley in the role of Scott Steiner here, and it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Steiner says, "Hey, I want to draw. Check this out."
So Nash goes through the shits. He says, "Here's some fingers on mine. I take one of my fingers, touch you. You lay down. 1, 2, 3. Hit my music. How about that?" And
he
Scott
draws
says,
like little lines coming up and going,
that's the crowd. Hit my music. And Scott says, "You want me on my back?" Wait a second, I'm going to draw. What? He said, "Why can't I draw?" He said, "How about I take my hand, I touch you, you lay down. 1, 2, 3. I go, and I'm the champ." I go, and Nash says, "I'm the champ. You lay down." And Scott says, "Well, you lay down." And Nash says, "You want to be the champ?" And Scott says, "Oh, you think I can't beat your ass?" Let's go to the next level with it. And Nash says, "You just lay down." And Scott says, "No, I'm going to go tell you. I'm going to go ask Jeff, man. I'm going to go ask Jeff." And he leaves.
Yeah, so Steiner throws the pin, walks away. Commercial, come back. Wait a minute, Jeff's here now? So,
unhandcuffed.
Unhandcuffed Jarrett is now here and asks Nash, "Hey, where were you?"
Where were you at? He says, Nash says, "This is your boy Steiner. I'm trying to get him to lay down for me. He's giving me nothing but grief." And Jeff says, "What do you want me to do? You haven't learned by now?" And Nash tells him to go talk to him. You go talk to him.
That's Jeff, what he was looking for you a second ago.
Yeah, Jeff just... How'd you not run into him? Where did Steiner go to look for Jeff?
He passed in the hallway, probably walking.
he was talking about Jeff Hardy, of course.
So now it's time, of course, for the Jim Duggan Town Hall.
So is this like Jim Duggan hasn't been around for a minute, it sounds like? Because he's just coming back here?
I'll be honest with you. He's probably been on TV every week for like 6 months. He's probably the world champion like 3 weeks ago or something.
He's a hardcore champion now.
Yeah, like, come on. So Jim Duggan is the most coherent I've ever heard him ever right now in this segment. This is the most coherent
right?
Jim Duggan I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And he cuts a awesome promo here. Very good.
Super good. Heartfelt promo?
Yeah, he cuts a promo. He beat cancer. And he says it's time to step away from the biz. He wants to put over the young guns. He's announcing his retirement, and everything's fucking well said, well done.
They give him time here to talk, too.
Yeah, and it's awesome. He really takes the most of all of it.
Yeah.
Duggan says he only ever carried 2 things to the ring, this USA flag and the 2x4, and he wants to pass that down to somebody. I was like, damn, dude, this is cool. Like, good deal.
Did you have anyone in mind?
I not who came out here.
No, not at all.
Yeah. He said, and I thought maybe, I don't know. I thought maybe he was going to find somebody, but no, he had already picked it out and he already knew it was
he had been searching. He's been watching Nitro and he figured out who he wants to pass.
I thought he was going to give it to Abyss, honestly. I thought that would have been great. The Yabba 2x4.
Yabba fucking flag.
Yabba 2x4.
You know, it makes him real strong.
real strong.
You know the kid Steven, he's got the Yabba tongue.
Jarrett got the Yabba guitar.
Tony Schiavone, he's got the Yabba B-roll sandwich.
You know what, dude? Someone made a good point. I saw someone post about that. They said, Superman always known for his cape making him real strong.
Dan Reichert said this when we met up with him. He brought the same point up,
okay,
James.
yeah. That shit
continue
was
though.
funny.
Yeah, he brought the same point
cape
on, yeah.
Being strong.
The cape did not give him his powers.
Yeah, I'm a cape. He is, of course, going to pass the torch, the flag, the 2x4. He's going to pass on Jim Duggan's gimmick to General Erection.
Dude.
No. I can't even believe.
No.
That's why at this point I was very convinced. Okay, everyone here is checked out. Everyone here is checked out.
They do not give a fuck.
There is no. First off, if I'm doing this, his name is no longer General Erection. We're going back. Your name is something else.
Yeah,
His
I'm
name
passing
is
down
Morris.
I'm passing down the torch to General Boner.
By the way, it's General Erection as well. His middle initial is E.
That's how they made it serious, Tony. He's just Rection, of course. Here's Jarrett Bollinger.
He's gonna pass. He just did
Bollinger. Hulk Hogan. Sergeant
S. Spelunker.
Yeah, Sergeant S. Spelunker is coming out here.
Undertaker and Kane come out.
Dude, Jim Duggan, that's crazy. Jim Duggan cuts an all-timer Jim Duggan promo, like one of the best he's ever cut, very heartfelt. And then they make this man pass the torch down to General Erection.
Fuck, man. Fucking
Dude,
Captain Boner.
You see they got the USA thing going with MIA, MIA.
Yeah, he comes out red MIA shirt, camo pants, fucking smacked ass city.
He comes out looking like a JROTC dude. This ain't happening right now.
Fuck, dude.
He cuts in the ring. General Erection gets in the ring. By the way, General Erection gets... And
Captain Cox.
I'll be honest with you. I can't believe it, but it's true. He gets like a pretty big fucking push over the next year.
Yeah,
like General
they try
Erection,
to make something of him.
he gets a big push over the next year.
As General Erection.
As General Erection, the new Jim Duggan.
I just looked up his name is General Hugh G. Erection. That's his full name, just so you know.
What did E stand for?
G. Huge. It's Hugh G is his middle initial, and Erection. There it is.
Then what did General E?
General.
What did...
Oh, it's General G.
Oh, okay,
Hugh
so
G. Erection.
he eventually does get honorably discharged. The General Erection gets discharged, which led to him reverting to his Hugh Morris name, while now the former Misfits briefly feuded amongst each other, and then he will resume his pursuit for the U.S. title until the WWF bought out WCW.
We do not care about
And of
Hugh
course,
Erection.
General Erection gets a WWF contract, which goes to show all you wrestlers out there that are trying to get contracts.
Lick balls.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Because General Erection not only got a huge
Sergeant
WCW deal, he got a WWF deal.
Crazy.
And this guy
and he started training
sucks.
people.
Yeah, dude. Come on. Jim Duggan gives it a General Erection. Captain Cox fucking General Erection.
Sergeant Scrotum.
You're
telling me,
going to hell,
Sergeant.
man.
Hacksaw Sergeant Scrotum.
So Lance Storm is here now, of course.
Yeah, they try to make it an emotional scene, by the way. General Erection gets in the ring. He hugs Jim Duggan. He takes the flag. They hug. They're showing shots of the flag. And then Lance Storm comes out with major guns.
Jim Duggan with Boner Boy, and he's fucking waving the US
Commander Cox.
fucking flag. Fucking flag waving in the air.
Crazy stuff. Dude, Lance Storm comes out. General Erection starts waving the flag crazy style. That's holy shit. Calm down, Chief.
If you guys remember, Major Guns has been a prisoner of war.
Oh, okay.
In Canada, of course.
She's been Canadianized.
Canadianized, Tony. You're right. That's what they said. It was
She had to
Canadianized.
She had to do like swimming or so. I forgot.
She had to go on the treadmill.
She had to go to the gym, do chest press or something.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a Canadian
lifts.
Dude.
Lance Storm.
3 major compound lifts. That should have been her name, Major Compound Lifts.
The bend over barbell row?
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Let's
Pretty sure
go.
irritation has been major pussy or major vagina. Major vagina or something. And she can beat the world champion or whatever. Who cares?
Captain Clint is on the team. Is that what you're saying? Sergeant Snatch.
So Lance Storm is here with major guns. Of course, he's from fucking Canada. Oh
Super
my
Canadian.
God, dude.
Yeah.
This show is so ass.
Canadian, U.S. Canadian champion, by the way. or
Lance
whatever.
Storm, right, U.S. Canadian champion, Tony. And Lance has to address him as Rection.
Yes.
He calls him Rection the whole promo.
Because that's his name.
Right.
So
yeah.
this
Boners.
match, of course, between Lance Storm and General Rection for the title is happening at Fall Brawl. So
Correct.
it's also going to fucking happen right now.
But who makes the challenge?
Jim Duggan?
Lance Storm.
Okay, I don't know.
The heel.
I know who pressed the plus 10 button.
Was this your plus 10 moment of the night? Was Jarrett
Right
Lance Storm? The deadlock
segment
plus
is brought
10
to you-
moment of the night.
the James Darnell plus 10 moment. Mine was earlier. Johnny's was earlier too.
Yeah, I did one earlier too. Yeah, I got mine out already. Lance Storm, the heel that everyone hates, that is defending his title at the pay-per-view.
The
says,
U.S.
"I will
Canadian
just-
Championship.
For the U.S. Canadian Championship, Tony. He said, I will just kick your ass tonight. And he gets in the ring and he starts kicking his ass. And they make it a match. What is happening here?
You know, it's an eliminator style thing, right?
Fuck.
So, okay.
You don't know what happens.
I know what happens at the end.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all you need to talk about. You're right.
Yeah, thank you. That's the only thing I knew.
He goes for the moonsault. You get that?
Yeah.
You see that part?
So General
Okay,
Rection goes for the fucking moonsault, misses completely. Storm
Yes.
locks in the single leg on him,
Canadian Maple Leaf.
and then he dies. Dude, Storm locks in the single leg, and so he gets off of it because Jim Duggan gets on him. And dude, General Rection is selling like he was shot in the head with a gun. And then he didn't. And then he got back up. Holy shit. So then Storm goes to the top. Jim Duggan hits him with a 2x4. General Rection catches him and hits the power slam.
That was a cool move.
That was
For the
pretty
win.
sweet, actually.
Yeah, I did like that.
And guess what, guys? All the stars are here.
No.
Yes, that
The
Chavo
Misfits.
Guerrero's here. Lash LaRue.
In action. Yeah.
Oh, you forgot to
Chavo.
mention Doug is on commentary. Guess what he does on commentary, James? You'll never guess.
Oh,
How'd you know?
oh my.
Oh, USA just screams it into
That's
the
not his
commentary
gimmick
mic.
anymore. He passed it down to General Rection. Now you're,
Well, you never know.
you're a
You never
regular
know.
guy now.
At one point, Rection inside Kratos Lance and Duggan goes, yo.
Let me speak on that.
Let me speak on this. Oil of Olay.
So, yeah. All right.
All the
so
stars come out. Yeah, all the
champion
stars
loses
are here.
before the. See, like, I don't understand. The match was already scheduled.
Yes. It still happens at the pay-per-view, too. Lance
Like,
Storm beats him.
If he beat him to earn the title shot at the pay per view, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But he was already scheduled in the match.
Is that also where Jim Duggan betrays America?
Betrays his beard
No.
at the Fall Brawl.
He becomes
he
Canadian.
joins
at Fall
Team
Brawl,
Canada.
yeah.
He gets Canadianized. He runs on the treadmill.
Yeah, yes, the chest
That's
press.
the only way to become a Canadian citizen is to run on a treadmill.
Okay, cool.
So Stacy opens the letter she got earlier from Jimmy Hart,
That's right, baby.
and she can't believe what she's reading.
She said, oh my God.
Well, now
What
it's time.
Why does Jimmy Hart have this letter?
Don't worry about that. What you need to worry about is that 70s bus was here. So David Flair,
I am worried about that.
David Flair and Miss Hancock are getting married tonight.
Yes, Madden says marriage and wrestling go hand in hand. You know, Randy and Liz, Mongo and Deborah, Kevin and Nancy. It always works out. Mark Madden should stop talking. That'd be cool.
Well,
I agree.
JB's
I
not
agree.
talking, of course. So.
You know, he's bald.
Well, Crowbar's here, and he's
Top hat.
top hat on, got the Kevin's t-shirt on, got the jeans on.
They have Titantrons for the wedding.
That's crazy.
And theme music too.
Theme music and trons, yeah, of course. And wedding style. Tony, I'm sure you could speak on this. The one maid of honor walks out first, who was a Nitro girl.
Yes, that's how it works.
And then the groom, David Flair, walks out. And then Stacy walks out with her mom and dad, who are wearing black.
Yes, that's how weddings work. Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
just making sure.
Yes,
That's
Well, that's baby Nitro girl.
Baby, the maid of honor.
Baby Nitro girl. And David Flair's
baby.
fucking walking out like he's fucking zooted off the bullshit. He's like
always
looking
like that.
around like, what the hell? What's going on here?
Dude, what I enjoyed the most, James, was the balloon ultimate X setup.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was cool.
Stacy, like I said, is a smoke show.
Beautiful.
Stacy is, yeah. I mean, she did a good job of convincing me she's getting married here tonight. She looked good.
Yeah.
David says
She was the only one that looked like she was getting married. That's
Yeah,
why.
you're
Everyone
right.
else was
You're
dressed wrong.
You're right.
David grabs the mic and says he's made a lot of mistakes these last few months, and he would like Arn Anderson to come out here. And
There's fans in the background of this sticking their middle fingers up during this segment. So yeah, Arn comes out to the Horseman theme, of course, and Braun.
Shit's hot,
It is fucking good.
dude. And
How
he
did
looks
Arn
good.
know he was a part of this?
Well, you always have to have your gear ready, music ready.
He wasn't invited to the wedding, but he was dressed up very nice anyway.
He wears a
No,
tux
he
in
was
North
wearing
Carolina.
the exact same tux that the wedding party was.
He took Jimmy Hart's tux. Just give me that. I need that real quick.
Arn looks good here, though, man. It reminded me how much I wish he didn't have that fucking neck injury.
I know, man. Was that in the match he got injured?
That was. It was
He's all
Arn
left up.
Anderson. It was Arn Anderson and Steve McMichael versus the Amazing French Canadians.
And what year is this?
97.
Damn, man. We were robbed of a lot of fucking sweet Arn shit then.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Damn.
he
He could have been
probably
fighting
could've
General
been-
Erection.
All right, man. I don't know about that.
He could have passed the torch down.
I
to Lash
think,
LaRue.
I was gonna say that
Lieutenant Loco, let's go.
Arn probably would have worked some. I'm no joke. Arn probably would have done some ROH deals. I imagine.
Probably, yeah.
I
Of course.
imagine he would have done some tags and stuff in ROH. and
Yeah,
shit.
and that was
That
after
would've
putting
been
over
awesome.
Lieutenant Luco.
Horrible occasion. So yeah, Arn says that he's going to give David Flair some words of wisdom here.
He says a lot here.
He does. He says too much, really, because it
Yeah,
kind of goes
yeah.
off the rails for a second.
It's actually completely a waste of goddamn time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to keep it short here, he says, David, your 21-year-old buddies are going to call you and they're going to tempt you with the following: a frat party, a strip club, and to go fishing.
These are all equal. This is what I'm tempted with every DPW trip.
He says, easier to get forgiveness instead of permission. We go fishing tonight.
Yeah, what is that? You can't go fishing with the boys? The wife won't let that? Tony, this your bitch wife let you fish with the boys or no?
We go fishing anytime. We're fishing
No,
with
you
the
go,
boys.
you go boating, you son of a bitch.
Oh, there we go.
No, I fish off the dock. I'll fish off the
okay.
dock.
Oh, there, I respect that
But
shit.
also, that's the most bullshit line ever. Ask for forgiveness. Don't do that. That's not a good idea.
just go
Don't listen
fishing.
to Arn.
So Arn says you're going to get a lot of cash for your marriage. Pocket that shit.
Yeah, you're going to need it.
And then Arn says, Arn says, when you come home disheveled,
Dude.
things might even get domestic.
What? She's going to say, hope once again I forgive you, and just go get a good night's sleep, and that's where that hid money, get it, and run for your life. And David Flair says, okay, thank you.
I appreciate it, Arn.
Dude, he's like, yeah, like a fucking whole 5-minute spiel of just doing a bit. Arn's bits.
Yeah, he was doing bits. Shut the fuck up.
I really liked hey, you just go fishing. I thought that was awesome. Then he said, you might get domestic with your wife. I said, I don't know where you're going with this, buddy, but
Yeah,
I like
please stop.
the fishing part. So David then says, all right, Arn, all right. Let me get my dad out here.
Yeah, I actually regret inviting you now. Drunk
You're
Uncle
right.
Arn.
Drunk Uncle Arn.
Flair actually comes out here. Ric Flair is here with his spiked hair.
With his son's haircut.
He says that on commentary.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's got his fucking son's haircut.
It is fucked up. It is the exact same haircut. And Flair's happy to be here. He says, tonight, it's not about being in Charlotte, which is the greatest city in the world. It's about the fact that the father and son and a family have put their life back together, put the business behind us. I'm a proud father tonight. I'm proud of a great young man who's got a beautiful fiance and a great family, and it's not about wrestling tonight. All the while, Daphne is making faces and like doing bunny ears behind their backs. And now it's on to the wedding.
By the way, Stacy looks fantastic.
Yes, I have heard this.
The minister starts to go, and then two men with the cops come down the ramp.
A lot of cops.
And, okay, so Vince Russo took out a restraining order. And if Flair comes within 100 feet of the arena, he was to be arrested.
So, one, this is a restraining order that was put on Ric Flair that he did not know about until right now. Two, it is a restraining order that he can't be in a building that Vince Russo is not in.
Vince Russo is currently in major brace surgery.
He's dying, but he's great
in
condition.
stable condition.
And he's not in this building, and he has a fucking restraining order on Ric Flair, who does not know about it, and Vince Russo's not in this building.
Russo is, as far as we know, still recovering.
Well, Flair is not happy. He says, listen, I was going to be the governor of this state. You can't do this to me. And the cop says, all right, I understand, but I have to arrest you. This is very Goldberg arrest-esque.
Yes. I got flashbacks of that when this was happening.
I have to arrest you, bro. This is insane. So Flair gets escorted out by a ton of cops. And then, of course, Stacy Keibler also leaves. She runs away. I don't know why. Mark Madden even says they didn't arrest the groom. Where she's going? She just runs away.
Well, the 1-800-COLLECT replay of the night, Ric Flair has been arrested.
Great. Yeah, Flair gets escorted into the back of an unmarked car. None of the 20 cops that were there had a real cop car. It's an unmarked vehicle here. And Arn rushes out, and he says, I'll take care of David, and I'll be there to get you. Arn Anderson is going to be David Flair's dad and also break Ric Flair out of jail.
Well, also, here are all of Vince Russo's concussions.
Yes, you're right. It's time for the brain surgery segment.
This is insane. Vince Russo is the heel, is the most hated son of a bitch on this show. So, pre-tape, Vince Russo is getting brain surgery.
B-roll sandwich.
You're right.
B-roll sub sandwich. This is fucked up, man.
They show all of the concussions that he got, which was, one was a knee drop from Flair. That was number one. Whoosh. Then Big Vito beat up Vince Russo to death. That was number two. Whoosh. And then in War Games, Cat kicked Russo in the head, who was wearing a helmet, and that was his third concussion. Vince Russo is fighting for his life after this tragedy, and he's in stable condition. He's in stable critical condition, is what they said.
All they needed behind this was, it's a beautiful day. Triple H return with Vince Russo's.
The doctor says he has a blood clot in the lower portion of his brain. It shows a man, unmarked man, being worked on. Who is this
X-rays. Man? They show X-rays that Deb pointed out to me. I didn't even catch this. The X-rays are dated August 13th, 1987.
Holy shit, man! Yeah. So a man is being worked on.
It's like a Saw scene.
His brain has been successfully taken out and re-put in.
Give it to Shibata.
Dude, you know what? I wonder what it would be like to watch this Nitro with that brain
with
in
Vince
my head.
Russo's brain. It's probably awesome.
Yeah, he lost his shit.
This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
This is a lot different.
I don't know how the ratings were so low, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
You're right.
So his brain surgery was very successful. I imagine the surgery was over and something popped on the screen. It's just like, great job.
Success!
Hooray!
Like
his
a Nintendo
surgery,
DS game or something. Right.
James, not only was his surgery successful, his recovery time for his brain surgery is 2 to 5 months. That's it? It doesn't take longer than that?
Hell of a doctor.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Not to a guy like Vince Russo,
Dr. Cox.
Of course, the biggest heel on the show. We were all rooting for him to come back from his brain surgery in 2 to 5 months.
Yeah, he's going to have some nausea and dizziness, and that'll go away, and he's resting well and doing wonderfully in recovery. And that was the segment. I thought it was going to be like a comedy segment.
And Tony Schiavone says, I don't believe any of that shit for a second.
Oh, Boris, did you see that needle go in his head?
Well, now it's time for the Sting versus the Nazi brothers.
Dude, what the fuck is this match? Was this announced?
20 plus 10 again.
I don't think it was. Steve showed up late.
Sorry. Okay, you know what? I do know what happened here. I wrote it down. I just blanked that out of my mind. So Steve did show up late. You're right. No face paint, Sting shirt, sweatpants. Sting versus... So Sting comes out. The Harris brothers both come out. Nazi style.
Of course, Nazi style.
And I'm like, I wrote down, I was like, both of them? Is this a handicap match? We saw them earlier, the Kronik. And Mark Madden on commentary says Vince Russo booked this match on this show. How is that possible?
Right. Okay. I wrote down, I thought Sting, Booker, and the Cat got the power back on the show.
Russo did this because of what Sting has done to him. He booked him against the Harris brothers. How is this fucking possible? He's fucking dying or not, brother.
This match, this segment
is so
Sting
long.
Sting and the Harris brothers is probably like if you wanted to take a quick, I don't want to say it's quick because it's not, but if you want to take a segment from an episode of Nitro and show it to somebody that doesn't understand why this shit was fucking not working,
right?
This is the fucking segment to show them.
It is so boring. I'm shocked this didn't ruin Sting's career, how bad this was. This is unbelievably boring. They make him look like a fucking idiot. They whoop his ass, and then he needs help to win, too.
Yeah, so you said it perfect. I mean, that's exactly what happened, and that's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
To put it very bluntly here, I don't think that anyone cared about anyone on this show.
No.
And Sting not politicking here is a testament to Sting, good and bad, because he should have politicked out of this fucking segment before it even hit paper.
Yeah, seriously.
Sting gets beat up by the Harris brothers with fucking chains. Kronik then comes out. They attack with chains and attack the Harris brothers. They just jabronied out Sting, who is sitting there laying for this fucking beat down between Kronik and the Harris brothers.
Yeah, he gets laid out by the chains by this. Sting is dead to rights here.
They jabroni out Sting for a fucking Kronik versus the Harris brothers tag team match.
Yes.
You are going to hell, Vince Russo. Do you understand me?
Dude,
this
James,
is
also
absurd. How do you even write this down? Why wasn't the Harris brothers versus Corporal Cajun or something? What, like,
right?
Why the fuck was it Sting?
Yeah.
Sting? Are you the only process that can go through his head is Sting will pop a rating, and we got to get over the Harris Bros and Kronik because that's the big tag team match.
Yes.
I don't know how that's the big tag team match.
It's a First Blood Chains match at the pay-per-view, by the way.
Dude, this is crazy. How is Sting not in a story, but Kronik and the Harris brothers are? What is the thought process? But how does any of this reach paper from you? Get the brain surgery again. Get it again.
We need to replace your brain with Shibata's brain now.
This is unbelievable. Low hanging fruit again, but it's impossible to not fucking talk about how stupid this is.
It's dog shit, dude. It's complete horse shit. And so, like you said, Kronik comes out with the chains. They're all fighting. Charles Robinson, the referee, is just hanging out.
Yeah.
Literally standing there. Literally standing there.
He is. He's just watching.
He's just standing there watching, and at the end, Shivani says, I guess this is no disqualification. As Sting is winning. He's like, I guess it was no DQ. What the fuck?
Yeah, so Kronik beats up the Harris brothers, and then...
Forever. Dude. Forever.
And then Sting is still knocked out.
Yes.
So they beat up the Harris brothers, and then I have to watch as Kronik drags Sting on top of the Harris brothers to win the match.
Harris Brothers beat Kronik at the pay-per-view in 6 minutes. First blood chain match, by the way. And Sting beats the Great Muta and Vampiro.
Yeah, they promoted that great here, that Vampiro Muta match. I knew that was happening.
Of course you did.
Bro, you got to politic, bro. We got to go back in time in the time machine and tell Sting to start
Boys in the time
politicking.
machine did the fucking put the face paint on when you come into the building and politic.
How fucking dare Kronik and them fucking politic, and Sting's not politicking?
Yeah, really,
but
man.
the Kronik and the Harris Bros are politicking?
Crazy.
Dude, how do you have Sting, Great Muta, and Vampiro in a match and you're not doing promos, backstage segments, something to build to that match? Like, that's just fucked up.
Yeah, it's insane. That match goes 5 minutes, by the way, the triple threat with Muta
I'm
and
sure
Sting
it's not
and
great,
Vampiro.
but you have Muta
No.
and Vampiro and Sting,
It
and
could
they're
have been,
all,
though.
they all can build like the backstage promo or something or
Yeah.
whatever, anything other than this.
Of course.
Oh man! So like I said, you could literally pull this segment out and show somebody, and they'd be like, I get why this shit won't work. What I mean, like that is like an all time. It even starts like with us confused. Like, how was this match even happening?
Yes.
And it ends with us confused. How did they let that happen to Sting?
And why?
Even if Sting goes back and beats up, if Sting were to pack and smoke the Harris Brothers and Kronik at the same time,
Doesn't really
it
make any
doesn't
sense either.
change anything.
No.
Because Sting should pack and smoke Kronik and the Harris Brothers. That's unbelievable.
Kronik doesn't
man.
agree.
No fucking way Kronik doesn't agree. Brian Adams is probably like, I'm actually going to take this segment and make it even longer than it should have been. Well, we get 5, we got 8.
Sting should pass down the face paint to me.
That's crazy, man.
It should have been, dude. If they were dead set on building this like Kronik Harris Bros match, it should have been some jabroni that gets over because they get help from it doesn't.
The
make any
only
sense.
thing they think about, Tony, the only thought process that I could come up that I could rationalize this is that Sting would pop a rating. That's it. That's all I could think in my head is that the
But he was
only
already
reason.
That's
on
gotta
the
be it.
show. He was already a part of it. Like he
He's
showed
not
up
even-
earlier and stuff.
James,
so.
what's even worse, James, he's not advertised.
He's not advertised, but like like the
He's
Flipping
sure.
channels
right,
or
flipping
whatever.
channels,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like you
Of
call
course,
your
100%,
friend,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, Sting's on the show or whatever.
You could at least say, "Hey, Sting's wrestling tonight."
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But,
I mean, you could have just just advertised that Sting
Had him
was wrestling
wrestle,
and have a good
too.
match tonight against somebody. But
Yeah, really.
They could have done Sting and Lance Storm or something. That kind of would have been kind of
That
cool.
was awesome.
Yeah.
well, we have to
General Rex, I
pass
don't
it
know.
down to generation, all right?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, bro.
By the way, the Fall Brawl's coming. Please spend $90,000 on it or whatever. How much?
Yeah, with our shitty MS Paint graphics.
This has got to.
The worst shit ever.
Yeah, we do. And we've watched stuff from 2000 and 2001, and like generally it's either funny or like there's at least some redeeming parts of the show. Dude, this is like the worst episode of
There's
wrestling
one
ever.
good part of the show. There's only a couple good parts, and it's all Scott Steiner.
I don't even know if it was recorded in the same night. This doesn't even look like the same
No,
show
maybe not.
when it goes to the Steiner part. I'll be
Yeah, maybe
honest with you. So Sting is jabronied out by fucking Kronik and the Harris Bros. And then I'm sure Vince Russo's remark is, but Sting went over, bro. I hear you.
Great.
All
yeah.
right, so Steiner is yelling at Jarrett backstage.
Yeah, they're in the back before. I guess I thought it was right before the match, but there's more to come. Obviously, yeah. Jarrett Steiner in the back, as you said.
David talks to Stacy backstage about just redoing the wedding segment.
I love you, baby. I love you, bitch.
And Stacy says, "Yeah, I don't really want to."
Yeah, can we just do this another time? I don't really want to do this again.
And then David Flair says, "Please," and she says, "Okay."
My whole family is out here.
He
Please
says,
marry me
please,
again.
I set up everything. We could do the wedding again.
Yeah,
Like he went out there
He
himself.
set up everything again.
That's a good man.
And this is
He
when
didn't-
I said, we have to watch a fucking wedding again. Please
He didn't
no.
set up
I know, it was weird.
Tony. He didn't set up the Balloon Ultimate X. Sadly,
Oh, damn.
This felt weird redoing the segment.
it's felt stupid.
It was really
Yeah,
dumb, yeah.
That's the whole show. I hear you. Marriage segment. The minister starts talking about trust. This is where Stacy reveals that David Flair is not the father of the baby.
Dude, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, why did they you couldn't have just arrested Flair and went on with the wedding?
They didn't want to do the two swerves,
Why?
you know?
You could
They
have
want
just
two
did
swerves in the
You gotta-
same segment.
Exactly, Tony. No, they have to get the.
pace out the swerve.
They got to get the swerve
Yeah,
later
you
too.
can't
Oh,
swerve it.
fuck.
You got to get the
I'm
swerve
gonna
and then the swerve
off
again.
a highway. Fuck, brother.
I swerve for that book, dude.
Swerve.
This is crazy because they swerved the wedding And then they
Yes.
swerved the pregnancy later.
Yes, they swerve everything. Everybody's getting swerved, motherfuckers.
And then the whole thing that comes out of this is a push for Sean Stacey.
They swerve it where like she wasn't pregnant at all, right? Wasn't it the swerve?
She was not pregnant, and she was working with Sean Stasiak the whole time. And Sean Stasiak had the little carriage with the 8x10s in it, and then he took the 8x10s and he threw the 8x10s around.
The original idea, though, was that it was Ric's baby.
Yeah, well, not happening.
It does not happen, obviously, but that was the original idea: is that it was actually going to be Ric Flair's baby that Stacy was carrying. And then I don't know what was going to come out of that. I'm not sure where that would have went. Yeah, I guess so.
Instead, it was Meat's baby.
So they do the Meat baby. They do the gimmick where, he says, should anyone has cause why there shouldn't be united in marriage, speak now, forever of the peace. Stacy raises her hand and says, something's been eating at me all day. Oh, I thought I could ignore it, but I can't. She says, I told you we were pregnant. And David says, oh, we're not having a baby? He says, no, I'm pregnant. But you're not the father.
That was a crazy way she said that, too.
No,
I'm pregnant. All right, say it like that.
And Dave says, I'm not the father? And Stacy leaves, and she runs away crying, and we come back from the commercial. She's outside, runs to the limo, leaving her bouquet on the ground dramatically. The limo drives away.
This is an all-time segment. I mean, this
is crazy.
Not the wedding. The limo.
No.
So... Stacy runs outside, as you said, to the limo, gets in, and it rides off. David plays here, chasing after it with the bouquet, rom-com style.
Stacy!
And as he's yelling in the parking lot,
crying,
the camera starts following Mike Awesome, who is now in the parking lot with Pamela, to the bus. He's going to the bus. He says, look, he looks just like the real thing. Look at this. And then Jeff Jarrett attacks Mike Awesome in the parking lot. And then the Natural Born Thrillers, all 20 of them. There were 5 of them.
Jesus. They all jump Mike Awesome. They throw him into the side of a truck. And Mike Awesome goes, oh, goddamn. I couldn't believe that reaction.
Oh.
He hits the side of the truck, slides down it. I got there. That was the most genuine reaction ever.
Oh my God. Holy shit. The white boys are taking over, man. This is crazy. It's 20 white dudes and no shirts on and jeans.
It's White Boy Summer has arrived.
They're taking this shit over, man. For the 99 and the 2000. That's what more Thriller style.
Jarrett hits Awesome in the head with a trunk that they can't film because there's too many Natural Born Thrillers surrounding the fight. They can't get around them.
This shit is crazy, man. This shit is insane. It's like Cell Juniors, man. It's like 100 of these suckers. Look at these dudes.
Yeah, that's
holy.
So the segment ends with Jarrett yelling to the Natural Born Thrillers, all 30 of them, take them to the top of the bus.
Take them to
what? Take them to the top of the bus?
And then the segment ends. I think they're taking him to the top of the bus.
They're dragging him to the back of the bus, and this might be even crazier than 30 Natural Born Thrillers plus Jeff Jarrett beating up Mike Awesome. Jarrett instructed them to take him to the top of the bus. They go to do it. We go to commercial, come back. They are recapping what just happened as if they didn't just threaten to take Mike Awesome on top of a bus. They're not showing us what happened. And then we just go to Mean Gene interviewing Scott Steiner. Where is Mike Awesome? What happened here?
Dude, this shit
Guys, what happened?
That's a reiterate. How many white boys are on the screen?
There's so many.
There's so many white boys on the screen right now. I think this might be like a world record of like white boys on screen at one time.
Well, this many white boys booked in one segment ever.
Like, yeah,
not in a ring.
This is like, it's crazy because they're all
the
powerful.
Royal Rumble has not even had this many white boys
not
on
at the
camera.
same time. No
way.
Dude, yeah, like it is literally just all white boys, and they're all wearing jeans. And the only person not wearing fucking jeans is Reno, and the only one not wearing jeans
Sumo outfit,
sumo fader shorts. With the
Half of
fucking,
them had backwards hats
with
on.
the fucking hair. Where is Mike Sanders? Oh my God, man. This shit is fucked up. We go backstage. Steiner is with Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yes, based.
Where the fuck has Mean Gene Okerlund been the entire fucking show?
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, there was like.
Where are they?
Why didn't he interview Jim Duggan in the ring?
Yeah, dude, where are they? This is like some white
Yeah, you're
room,
right.
like filmed on a different camera than the rest of the cameras they use. I have
Is it
no
Mean Gene's
idea.
house?
Yeah, dude, this is like filmed somewhere else.
Mean Gene says, I know you're not going to lay down for this guy. And Scott's rubbing his goatee. Bro thinks he's the thinker.
No, you're not the thinker, bro. Dude, this is the promo that is dubbed the size does matter promo that Steiner. Steiner has all his promos dubbed. There's the one thing you can get from all of them, and the one thing that you get from this one is size does matter. You have to hear this shit in its entirety because Steiner, he doesn't even like stop. He just keeps it riding, man. Steiner, he's talking about having his match here tonight with Mean Gene Okerlund. He says, they don't have to wait for the work to rotate on a 47-degree axis so the stars can set the sky and create an equal axe to see the Big Dipper. Nah, all you got to do is call the Big Papa because I'm the man with the Big Dipper. It's satisfaction. It's coming when I go behind and do the bumping grind, and it's only a matter of time before you call the big bad booty daddy. And when I beat your bald ass down at Fall Brawl and put you in a Steiner recliner, I'm going to whisper in your ear, size does matter, bitch.
That is. And he goes in the Earth's axis.
You rotate the Earth on a 47-degree axis to create the equal axe to see the Big Dipper.
The equal X.
I'm the man with the Big Dipper, and satisfaction's coming.
That was awesome. All you gotta do is call the Big Papa because he's got the Big Dipper. He somehow started rhyming when I go behind to do the bumping grind. It's only a matter of time.
Spin.
Holy shit. That was awesome,
so
man.
Fucking good. Yeah, I
Size
love that.
does matter.
Bitch.
Bitch.
Dead meat. Bitch.
Yeah, this is Steiner, man. What a guy. Like,
Yeah, it's tremendous.
and I knew from the fucking second I saw the background exactly the promo this was, and I couldn't fucking believe I didn't even put two and two together until I realized that Fall Brawl was happening and I saw the background here. This guy is the GOAT. All right. There's no fucking wrestler in the world like this fucking guy.
I'm
And
howling with fucking laughter during this.
I am, dude. It is. I've seen this 100 times, and every time I fucking
so
see
good.
it, I'm like, this has got to be like a top 5 Steiner
It is.
promo. It's
This
got
is
to be
better than the TNA one.
I think so
for me.
too. I think
For
so
me, it
too.
is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, of course,
I understand
of
why
course.
people love the TNA one. It is a top 5 one. The TNA, the fucking Steiner math one. This is so unhinged. It is unbelievable.
And it makes sense.
It does make sense. He brings it around.
He brings it around somehow. He brings it around. I don't know how he does it, but he does. Sometimes you get guys that you remember in wrestling that are so unique that like they're unique, but they don't really do anything in the
They
wrestling
stand
business.
the test of time.
Yeah, Steiner's one of those guys that like he can work, he can do a promo. Everything he ever did was unique and fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
And he fucking hated Triple H. So like where this guy is, he got the GOAT. And
Yeah.
maybe we'll start getting him in these fucking video games now.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking hope so. If he's not DLC in this next one, everybody dies.
Come on, man. Yeah, you gotta get Rick and Scott in there. If you got the
Come
option to
on.
put Rick and Scott in there, you don't put. And I'm talking like we need like 4 Steiners at the very least. You know, we need like
Yeah.
80s, we need 90s, we need Big Papa Pump, we need
We need
fucking
at least
hats,
one. Yeah,
hat
we need at least
NWO.
one game where you can wrestle in the chainmail.
Buff
Oh,
Bagwell,
that'd be awesome.
Steiner. We need
Yeah,
Buff
that'd be
Bagwell
awesome.
in the game too. All right.
Yeah, what the fuck? Come on, guys.
Look, man, y'all gotta get together on this shit.
Please.
I know if you ask Buff Bagwell to be in the game, you're like, fuck yeah. I mean,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Put my hat on. Yeah, got my head
I know for a
on.
fact, man. That's it. Dude, and then when we get the fucking entrance for Buff too with the
Yes!
fucking oh my god, that would be my cause fucking yeah,
The
come
fast
on,
walk?
man. Yeah,
Oh
the
my.
walk coming out, yeah, going crazy. Everyone would use that, man.
Yeah,
That would be
please,
so
come
hot,
on.
man. Yeah,
Has
y'all are
Buff not
tripping.
been? Has Buff been in any WWF game?
No,
No, they hate Buff Bagwell.
yeah, he's never
my-
been.
Oh
Never
my
been in
god,
anything.
you're right. What the fuck? How?
Has his entrance ever even been like a someone like,
Maybe.
yeah, I don't know.
think that has happened for some reason in my mind. Yeah, he's only been in WCW games. Wow. And Virtual Pro. Holy shit.
yeah, see, like
Wow.
a guy like me, I'm getting all those guys in it. You know what I mean? I'm getting
Dude,
Yeah.
think of all the fucking WCW, NWO, fucking DLC and all that shit, stories, games, just they've fucking based games around. Buff Bagwell didn't even make the cut on these. Virgil got in these.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you're right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and I know for a fact if you asked Buff, he would do it. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
he would definitely give you the rights to do it.
I would
And
hope
like
so.
and you can say whatever you want about Buff, but super fun entrance for your cause. Fucking
He's
super
a very memorable WCW guy.
very memorable, super cool entrance parts for like characters.
Yeah,
Super cool
exactly.
hat. Fucking, you probably get a new blockbuster animation, which you haven't gotten in
Yes.
God knows how long. I mean, you get some cool shit. So I mean,
Come on.
that'd be fun.
Make it happen.
And Scott Steiner and Rick, like you could do a whole NWO pack that's fucking not the Outsiders and Hulk Hogan. Like you could do,
Yes.
you know what I mean, which would be a ton of fucking fun. I think.
Yeah, Nash. Not Nash, sorry. Steiner, fucking Buff. Fucking Scott Norton in that bitch.
Yeah, not Brian Adams.
I'll even put Conan in there. I'll take Conan.
Yeah, Conan have a lot of
Let's
unique
go.
shit.
Yeah, Conan was fun as hell. Yeah.
So I mean,
They
you could
just need
definitely
to-
do something cool.
They could definitely do something with like Invasion, right? Because it was a WWF, put Buff in there and that. Something.
They want
They do like
they
a-
want you to forget that Buff was a part of that.
Ah, come on.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe they could put NWO Shawn Michaels in there too, right?
With the
Oh,
hat.
that makes sense.
Dude, yeah. Like, I mean, we could talk about the DLC stuff forever, or like people in the game forever, but yeah, I feel like we could do some more Legends stuff. You know what I mean? Like, especially now. Like, I remember back when the games first were getting kicking, and I was like, man, I really want the new guys in, because the new guys at the time were
Yeah.
Kevin Steen, El
Yes.
Generico,
Yeah, right,
Roderick
exactly. Roddy,
Strong,
yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Cole. I'm like, yeah, can we get the
Yeah.
new guys, please? You
Yeah.
know? But now it's like, all right, man.
But
let's
I
get-
think maybe that
let's get Buff
it might,
Bagwell.
that might have been our fault, because I think maybe the fucking hellstorm that they got for not including new guys back then, they still hold on to that to this day, so they prioritize putting them in over Legends.
Well, it's an easier marketing thing, but
Sure.
I mean, what I don't understand is even when they put the Legends in the game, I remember the people that wanted the Legends were like, "Why the fuck did you pick these guys?"
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
you're right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, no one was fucking
Hold on.
asking for this.
Yeah, Tatsumi Fujinami. Get the fuck out of here, brother. Goddamn. 4 games in a row. Bruno again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they were hitting no markets back then, bro.
No.
Like they were
Colonel Mustafa, get the fuck
Dude,
out of
they
here.
were missing on a catastrophic level, man. Like they were hitting nothing.
Yeah,
Y'all
come
were
on,
cooking
man.
with dog shit for years, bro.
Like, Sergeant Slaughter, I get it, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's how I felt too. Like I was like, because I was like,
No
we
one played
we
as
were all
them.
kind of like big on the Roddy getting Adam Cole in there and shit, and then like
Yes,
we get
man.
like fucking Sergeant Slaughter and fucking
Yeah,
Virgil and
Virgil. Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, man, what the fuck is going on
Fucking
here?
Greg Valentine.
This is crazy. Yeah, we already got Triple H. We had to fucking do, you know what I'm
Yeah, there's
saying?
Jimmy Garvin. Come on, bro.
Base Jimmy Garvin, I forgot. Yo, Jimmy Garvin.
He was
and
in for a couple years
They
too.
had fucking Rock and Roll Express. They had
Yes,
Rock and Roll Express in the
yes.
game too. That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's
Fucking
nuts.
unbelievable.
Holy shit. All right, so now it's time
Main
for the
event.
main event.
Yes.
Kevin Nash versus Scott Steiner for the world's title.
Booker T is the special guest referee. He gets an entrance, and he does a promo, of course. But before all this, the cat is on commentary here. He says, Mark Madden out here sitting like a fat white Albert. Fat Albert, sorry. He says, you just make me sick. And Booker gets on the mic and says, I'll make it short and simple. At Fall Brawl, it's going to be me and you, Nash. He is about to defend the world title against Scott Steiner in the match you're reffing. Anyway, it's going to be me and you at the pay-per-view, Nash, one-on-one inside of a cage, and I want my title back. Big Kev, I got a few words for you. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Scott Steiner is in the match. He's getting a title shot. Guys, please fucking pay attention. Please.
Dude, so, yeah, to write it down on paper for you guys, Kevin Nash is defending the world title against his friend Scott Steiner. The Cat is on commentary. Booker T is the guest referee, and Goldberg is the special enforcer.
Yeah, everyone gets a separate entrance, too.
Steiner still has the face mask on, by the way, from his broken orbital bone.
When does he stop wearing this?
I don't know.
Because is it when he wins the belt again, maybe?
Maybe.
End of 2000, 2001-ish when he's champ again. Maybe he just starts fucking... He's like, I don't want to eat this. I'm a champ.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
They showed the crazy fall ball graphic with Goldberg in gear and Steiner in turtleneck.
Sure.
That's so
Sideways.
The turtleneck render is so crazy. I think someone put that in the game. You could like download the render on 2K22.
It's probably, you probably downloaded James Darnell's CW, and it's a Scott Steiner turtleneck fucking render.
It's actually got a couple, yeah. Scott Steiner turtleneck, Shawn Michaels in a wheelchair.
That's what we're missing. Shawn Michaels in wheelchair DLC.
Yeah, come on, guys, stop tripping. God is good shirt or whatever. Bless our troops
or something. Yeah.
Dude,
fish God.
Dude, Goldberg. All right, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but Goldberg comes out here in a shirt and pants, doesn't do his goddamn entrance, just walks to the fucking ring.
Yeah.
Nobody in this fucking company cares about anything. Like, no. We are so fucking done. You could have gone ahead and wrapped it up right here, and everyone would be like, "Yeah, I hear you."
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
This feels right.
It cuts to like Nash in the ring, and he's got super bags under his eyes. And he's just fucking standing there as Goldberg's doing his entrance. Remember, these guys had like crazy fucking heat from him, like him and Scott Hall doing the fucking
beating Goldberg.
Yeah, prod to him and stuff. He's just standing in the ring with his fucking eyes fucking look like he hasn't slept in 10 days. Goldberg's just walking the ring in a shirt and pants, and no one cares. It's like Sting got beat down by 2 Nazis earlier, and
yeah, man.
Does anybody a star here, man? How is this happening? Fucking general erection.
Booker T doesn't care. He's facing at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, Booker T's just here now, hanging out with Steve.
Yeah.
It's been a long few years for these guys, man.
It's been a long show.
It has been a long show. So Nash goes for the finger poke of doom, obviously, but Steiner doesn't sell it and then does it back to
Pokes
him.
him back, yeah. Nash goes to leave and Steiner pulls him back in, so Nash just lifts him and punches him in the face.
Now listen to this. Steiner does the muscle drop, elbow drop, the muscle,
yes.
I forgot the name of it, but anyways, the elbow drop where he does
the push-ups usually after.
Yeah, but he doesn't do the push-ups. He does the elbow pin. Referee Booker T goes down for the count.
Holy shit.
1, 2. Oh, wait a minute. I think that shoulder's up.
Dude.
It's not up.
Nash does not kick out.
Nash literally just kept... Nash was ribbing in a world title match main event with the Goldberg, Booker T, Scott Steiner, and him, and Cat got all the stars are out here right now.
Dude, Booker, like you said, Booker goes to check the shoulders, and he just doesn't... He saw his shoulders, and Nash then very slowly puts his shoulder up. Steiner is pissed. Steiner is so pissed. I feel like this wasn't even how it was supposed to go down.
No,
here.
that was a rib, 100%.
No, yeah, 100%.
Well, what Steiner does too, I feel like it was like he gets in Booker's face. He goes, "It's bullshit, man." He shoves Booker. He goozles Booker in the corner. And then just kicks him in the stomach and starts kicking his ass. And then Nash joins in and they both start beating up Booker T.
Get the fuck out of Booker. What the hell?
What the fuck is going on here? Then Charles Robinson comes out and just acts like he's just refereeing the match now.
Dude,
Get the fuck out of here.
I feel like Charles Robinson was told nothing tonight. I feel like he did that like twice or 3 times.
He's out here.
Well, Goldberg waits till Booker gets his ass beat long style, and then the special enforcer comes in.
Yeah. Yeah,
fucking hell,
bumping
man.
Nash and Steiner around. Dude, Goldberg super kicks Nash in the head, and Mark Madden specifically says, "Oh, it's the kick that ended Bret Hart's career."
I couldn't believe that.
Oh my God.
Genuinely couldn't believe you said
Holy
that.
fuck.
So yeah, Nash is now attacking Goldberg. Steiner's attacking Booker. Steiner throws fucking another ref out of the ring. I guess
that's Charles Robinson.
I wrote down, is this match still going?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, James, at one, Steiner's fucking getting heat on So it might be Booker or maybe it's Goldberg. Goldberg and Nash are fighting in the corner. Charles Robinson is like about to count Nash because they're in the ropes. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Steiner just shit cans him out of the ring. Yeah.
Well, the cat finally gets up off the fucking table. He's watched this
fuck?
whole thing happen. By the way, he runs the show. By the way.
Yes.
Goldberg punches Steiner off the apron. He falls into the cat ringside.
Steiner was looking for his pipe before this, by the way. He said, "Where's my pipe?" He never found it.
Booker hits the axe kick on Kevin Nash.
We don't see it.
It doesn't show it.
It doesn't show it. It shows Goldberg fighting outside the ring, and it shows the end game of it, which is Nash laying on the floor with Booker doing the spin-a-rooney. Then we cut back outside. Goldberg is threatening a fan. Goldberg is screaming at a fan in the crowd, "Get that son of a bitch out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Get this guy the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here." I said, "What the fuck
I'm
is
guessing
happening?"
a fan jumped the guardrail because
I think he
Goldberg
threw something.
is like pointing at this guy. "Fuck you. Hey, fuck this guy."
In his shirt and pants.
In the middle of the world title main event, Goldberg is ringside. "Fuck this guy."
A fan is arguing with Goldberg. Booker T spin-a-rooney in the ring.
All right, so Goldberg gets a power slam on Steiner and then a spear.
Dude.
So, all right, Goldberg
kill me.
is ringside. "Fuck you, fuck this."
Get this fucking guy out of here. Like Booker T spin-a-rooney.
Hey, wait a minute. It's that 70s bus.
No.
The white boys have arrived.
It is an unbelievable top-down shot of just the fucking 70s bus driving down to the ring. And then clown car style, all 20 of the Natural Born Thrillers spill out of the bus and hit the ring. I said, holy fucking shit. Holy shit. They all attack Goldberg and Booker, and then they all get bumped. They don't even beat them up. Goldberg and Booker beat their ass.
You're right.
Clown car out of the clown bus. 20 white boys. They get their asses kicked. And then Jeff Jarrett somehow has Steiner's pipe.
You don't
With my
understand.
pipe.
You don't understand how fucking funny seeing these white boys, the jeans is every time.
Out of this
There's like
fucking
20
bus.
of these dudes, and they're fucking all the same person.
Shirtless and in jeans.
Holy shit, man.
Crazy looking,
Oh,
bro.
wow. It'd be like if you had like 20 like demon cars. Oh, they coming out of a bus. Oh, they're all looking for the best of the world open. Dude, this shit's funny as hell. So they're beating down Booker and Goldberg. Then
They don't. Booker T and Goldberg fuck them
all
up.
right, well, they had to fuck him up because they put Booker on top of the bus.
Yeah, well, Jarrett throws the Steiner pipe to Steiner that Steiner was looking for. Steiner hits Booker with it, and then the Natural Born Thrillers, all 20 of them, shirtless in jeans. Scott Steiner, Jeff Jarrett,
And Reno,
Kevin
by the
Nash.
way.
Yes, yes, dude. Where is Mike Awesome? He was not on the top of the bus.
Dude.
He's not in the bus. Where is Mike Awesome?
He's fucking chilling. Look, the bus is here. They fucking get Booker on top of the bus. I am
On the
so
hood.
confused. They get him on the fucking top of the bus,
They,
on the hood,
they load him up onto it.
and leave him there for a minute. And then Nash climbs on the bus and then slams Booker through the windshield. And then gives him the middle fingers. As 20 white boys in jeans look on and
Cheering him on. I'm with the boys. Dude, he smashes the back of Booker's head through the windshield and yet double birds. I said, what the fuck is going on? And then they fucking grab Goldberg. They handcuff Goldberg to the grill of the bus. And Scott Steiner then starts repeatedly beating Goldberg in
my
the
pipe.
stomach with his pipe as Goldberg yells at him to do it more.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. And so Goldberg, yes, picture this. Booker T laying on the hood of the bus. This bus is 70s style. Busted ass windshield, head fucked up. Goldberg handcuffed to the grill of this big bus. Jeff Jarrett climbing through the hole of the broken windshield to do what? Because we never find
To
out.
kill Mike Awesome. And then also, there are 20 white boys in jeans.
In my mind, Jarrett was about to drive the bus into the fucking ring and kill Goldberg.
Oh, well, he does start the bus. So, all right. So, yeah, he climbs into the bus. They go, whoa, what's he doing? And they're starting the bus? And it's like, oh, we're all out of time. We got to get out of here. All you hear is the bus starting, and then Goldberg rips the grill off the bus. Handcuffs, grips the grill off the bus. We're out of time. Fall brawl. 6
And
days.
then it ends.
And that's
It ends.
Cuts away for the fucking
And
show.
Dude, I looked at the Nitro after to try to see if they showed what happened. They don't, because it's a recap of Fall Brawl.
Was there a Thunder? Or
I'm
was
gonna
it
check
not a
right
Thunder?
now. Yeah, there was. I'm pretty sure there was a Thunder. I'm gonna check right now to see if
On the
they
next
show
episode
anything.
of Nitro, it starts with Juventud, and he's in a singles match.
Yeah, they always start with Juventud.
We're moving on.
Dude. Yeah, I'll tell you the go home Thunder just before the pay-per-view here. Mark Jindrak and Sean O'Hare with Johnny the Bull and Mike Sanders beat Disco Inferno and Tigress. Billy Kidman and Medusa versus Shane Douglas and Tori Wilson end in a double count out. Sting beats Jeff Jarrett in a WCW Heavyweight Championship #1 contender 2 out of 3 falls match. Kronik beat the Harris Brothers and Hoovy and Rey Mysterio in a 3-way tag match.
Juventud.
Lance Storm and Elix Skipper beat General Erection and Jim Duggan. And then Kevin Nash and Steiner beat Booker the Cat by DQ to retain the world title
In a tag?
in a tag.
All right, that's how I know they were cooking. That's universe mode booking. I like that.
They do not show. It doesn't look like they show anything about the Goldberg bus thing.
No, they show
but
the bus, but
They
just
show the bus, and it shows Mike Awesome pointing at the grills that don't exist anymore on the bus.
What the fuck, dude?
They show a recap of what happened, but they only show like when they beat up Goldberg. So they don't really show it. Yeah,
Dude, like we said at the top, we have watched some very ridiculous WCW. And listen, WCW is not perfect, but this is not what I think about when I think of WCW.
No,
bro.
me neither. And like some people do think of this,
Yeah.
when they think of WWE.
Well, if that's all they've seen, if they either they didn't watch it because all they hear about, that they see it on WWE stuff, or like maybe they started watching at this point. You know what I mean? Like that's all they know. They didn't watch like 97 or 98, 90, even some 99. But like, yeah, this is like, this like obviously I remember it, but I don't like this isn't what I look back on WCW as being. Yeah,
no way.
I
Which-
do
but,
remember
like,
the Natural
this is-
Born Thrillers.
you can never forget.
If we could do the Natural Born Thrillers, and that's such a special moment where like you have 20 of the same, literally same guy, like you cloned them in a fucking farm, and he's trained by the
farmed him.
same guy.
Yeah,
Like
they all do the same shit.
they all do the same shit. It's like, come on, man, like you can't do
great.
that shit.
Yeah, you're right.
It is led by the shortest fucking above average Mike.
Above average, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Unfucking real, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like, really, the biggest fucking fail of this whole show had to be the Sting segment.
I mean, biggest is like, yeah, like there's a lot of biggest, but that's probably the worst. Maybe the most
Yeah.
egregious one is what a waste of Sting.
Yeah, generally, like a guy that can actually is like they didn't care about
Still
drawing
wants to
money
go.
or houses or like whatever. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck you, Sting, because we have to serve this storyline that nobody cares about.
Yeah,
All
fuck
Sting
that,
wanted to
bro.
do was not work Vampiro. Can you let him do something else, guys? Maybe
Crazy.
just he didn't want to let him not work Vampiro. All right, well, you'll work the Harris Brothers. God
Ah,
damn it.
please.
And then you'll work Vampiro. Oh my God.
Dude, it might be the worst like hour of television. Go from Sting versus Harris Brothers to Wedding #2 back to like that's
There's
the
not even a
worst
good
television.
match on this show, Tony.
No, there's not.
No.
Because it's all
Not one-
bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, on the Thunder, I was watching the ending of that Thunder. Is Goldberg comes out on a motorcycle, then he spears Scott Steiner. It looks kind of crazy. It's actually the crowd's hot for it and stuff, you know. Like
That sounds great.
he comes out and he has a helmet on and he's got a leather jacket. It's like a little police bike looking thing, and then he gets
He
off,
probably
takes the helmet
stole it
off,
from the cops.
and then
His buddy
spears-
Jeff.
probably.
Jeff
Yeah.
the cop, of course.
Right.
Well, there you have it. That was WCW Nitro for September 11, 2000, and that is the end of our show. Thank you so much for joining us.